Ding. Hello everyone, chapter 13, possibly the final chapter. So, before we get into the combat, we know this about some characters, but I want to have an idea about how old your Fey spirit is in your opinion. In general terms, like, let's say, three categories. Old as fuck, like Lady Alejandra, who remembers the original, march on this place, or, you know, moderately old, like somewhere between when the dreaming, like, fucked off for good from the mortal realm and now, but has lived, like, multiple lives, and new, where it's their first or second life, maybe. It's, like, essentially a modern Fae. So, like, how do you feel? Which age category is your character in?
Ken Jackson probably knew would make a lot of sense for how scared he is about World War, that it was like first or second life, that's why it was so impactful.
So you, so you get born, you become a Fae, you lie and enlist at 16, you get fucked.
Pretty much.
Okay. Nexi, well, we've established you've been around forever.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
Redimer.
Still debating between like medium and old. Like, like on one hand, Katim is a fucktard, but that doesn't really, shouldn't really surprise anyone. And that's not
Well,
really like exclusive.
there is an argument for you being medium, right? Everyone knows that until the Europeans civilized them, the natives were living like savages, so they didn't have dreams until then.
Wow.
Okay, I guess it's not only on pre-string banter.
I'm brave of you to say that, but okay. And looking at this, he has like like a really fucking strong face side, I guess. And his house has been also been on fire, but it doesn't really matter. Like, I guess since you kind of adopted into it. Although, like, she is supposed to have like what do you call it? this this like they have like the deformity in the human form already before like the chrysalis in some capacity.
Well, it's up to you. This will have possibly some consequences in story.
Okay, let's be odd, I guess, and get killed for my transgressions.
And Dan, what about you?
I'd say at least 300 years old, maybe, whatever that would rank it.
That would be like that would be the medium category. Like you would have come into being somewhere between the dreaming fucking off and the modern age coming around.
That would sound right, I think.
Okay. So old, medium, and young. I'm sorry, Jean-Jacques. It's not just the title that you have the least seniority in. Maybe in another 500 years you too will be a knight. Okay, well, then, last time we left off with you lighting a light source of some kind and seeing that you had two wolves on you. I believe that was the case. Do you remember what you lit up? You had like a torch of some kind, I think, right? Made from your camping supplies that you just lit up. So, a roll into initiative, if you would. though this is not gonna work, you'll have to roll manually because the macro is fucked up, so I'll just add you to the initiative tracker like this. And that should help. Well, that's a lot of initiative. And that's even more, fuck.
So fuck disappointed. Let's hope Marinette continues to be a vicious killer. And just delete the wolves before we get a chance.
Well, inappropriate touch was inappropriate. Got their fur on my paw.
I'm just gonna trap it in this box, and that's their remaining health. There we go, that's how we go about it. Right. These should be in here, and Lady Alejandra is at 13. So, Lord Kadeen, you declare first. The torch lights up, and that there are two wolves here who do not seem to hold any allegiance to you.
How dare them? I need to know their place. I'm gonna strike the nearest one.
Okay. And Squire Jean-Jacques.
See. Oh, still, yeah, I still have 3 shots on the revolver. Yeah.
You can
There are-
have plenty of extra bullets and you can have reloaded in the meantime. You were walking for like 15 minutes, half an hour till you reached this point since the last encounter, so... I'm not gonna screw with you on, oh, I forgot to reload. Not in this campaign. That's for Dark Heresy.
Yeah. So he would approach the wolf to get in point blank and shoot it.
Okay. Lady Alejandra.
Now there's a wolf very close to me. Can someone deal with that so I can cast? Okay, I will, I mean, this one is definitely coming for me, I think. I'll move back a little and cast the Wither Ring on the nearest wolf.
Okay. Then we have the wolves. The wolves were summoned to deal with the threat. And in the way of winter and the bond with the land, they have been communicated who the alpha and the most dangerous of this pack are. They will attempt to flank and bring down Lord Kadeen.
Wow.
Alpha, they didn't know that Kadeen is not an alpha male, but rather a sigma male.
He's the one who managed to impress the Winter Fade the most, so good luck. What's the bonus for flanking, like -1 to attack or like +1 dice, something like that?
It depends if they're like behind him or if they are just, double teaming him.
They're just gonna they're gonna go to either side essentially.
Yeah, I think the one behind gets 2 dice, and if you're just flanking like in any other way, it's 1 die.
Okay, cool. And Marinette.
I'm gonna buff Kadeen's sword with Dragon Ire.
Okay. What kind of a bunk do you wish to use?
Same as before, strength and steel.
Okay, that was like a -1, I said, because it's a relatively simple one. So essentially, she does the equivalent of patting you on the shoulder and going, "Go get him, tiger."
Get him, tiger.
Okay, -1 for bunk, -1 for being in the dreaming, and you don't have to expend any glamour unless you're using like modifier realms. But I'm assuming probably not, right?
Not right now.
So that should be at a 6, I think. Okay. How do you used to divide this between buff strength and duration?
2 rounds and 1 buff to strength.
I think you get 1 round base, so you can do 2 and 2.
Oh, well, 2 and 2 then. Yeah, that's right.
I know,
Yeah,
like, I haven't fully read the book in ages, and I don't really give a fuck, so, like, even if I'm giving you something for free, fuck it, enjoy. So, Lady Alejandra, do you have your sword out?
Yeah, I mean, it's the sign of a noble, and usually I cut myself with it during casting.
I cut myself.
What? It's blood magic.
Okay.
Very true.
The wolf is gonna try and squeeze between you and Marinette. I will give you the opportunity to abort into swinging the sword at it, and gonna give you -1 difficulty and a +1 dice for flanking, because it's being stupid and reckless to get at Lord Kadeen.
Oh, that's almost tempting. Oh, I think I can help Malkadin more with my magic, though.
Okay. So you see one of the wolves squeeze through Lord Kadeen, the other runs to the other side. Which one would you like to face, or would you like to try and keep both of them within eyesight?
How's it supposed to work?
I don't fucking know. Well,
I only
assume
have
you're
one
gonna
eye
swing at
anyways.
one,
I
right?
only have one. Yeah, I gotta. I mean, honestly, probably like just keeping
We'll say it this way, like, the one you're gonna actually attack is the one you're gonna end up facing for this.
Yeah, okay. Well, I said this one, so
Okay, so the one that was reckless is coming at you from behind, because who would be so stupid? Lady Alejandra has a sword out. Okay, so we're gonna roll for that one first. Woof woof.
woof woof. Come on, roll 0 damage.
Okay, hold on, let me see. Strength plus that, but they do not get extra. Chimera do not get extra on bites, unless they specifically buy it. So this should be 6. This is my luck. It's like, it's mostly Jackalour luck, except when it's dramatically appropriate, and then suddenly I have luck.
Interesting. Can as a I can soak this with like my stamina, right?
Yes, this is like, you're permanently in weird form essentially, since you're in the dreaming, so you can soak lethal and like.
That's nice.
Your full fey form.
That?
The wolf jumps on your back and savages you, or tries to, but somehow the teeth just like slide across the scales without getting purchased. So at most it's like a surface bruise.
Yeah. Although I do think that might destroy the armor.
If you have a concealed vest, the armor is fucked, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's worth it, I think.
Any attack that rolls enough damage successes to double the armor's rating destroys it.
No, I'm naked.
Wow.
Well,
And the other wolf is surprised because bits of you are coming off, and he thinks that, wait, did my brother kill him?
my brother killed it.
Lady Alejandra.
Okay, I'll do my thing, I suppose. Got the Chimera, so they're fair. That's good.
Level 3 on the bullshit meter realm, so. But you probably have that.
Yeah, I have that. I'm specialized in Fey, Actor, and Nature. Well, I mean, maybe I'm more like a jack of all trades if saying that like that.
But you're specialized is autumn.
Yeah, true.
Lady Alendra coming in like, no, it's not winter yet, it's still autumn.
So, it's autumn.
Actually, surprisingly close to them now. I will cut my palm with my sword and spritz, spray the blood with a gesture at the wolf.
Okay. Same thing as before. You take 1 point of damage, and that will allow you to use blood as a component for the rest of the scene. And I think just roll a 3 because I would give you a -3, but you're in the dreaming, you have your merit, so it goes to the minimum. Okay, what does this apply? Like -6 to physical?
Let's see. We'll apply 0 successes to the duration, so it lasts for my glamour rating in turns, which is 5
So
turns.
for the rest of their life.
So it means 6 towards the effect, so that's -3 to all physical dice pools.
Okay, -3 to physical dice pools. And that's the one that's next to you, I think, right? So.
Yep, that's the only one I can really reach with my Plavo.
Jean-Jacques, you do not need to approach, therefore your action is invalid and you waste your turn.
What do you mean? I'm going to approach
Go
this
ahead
wolf.
and shoot, I'm fucking trolling you.
I wanted to approach backwards because I'm too close to the wolf. Thank you.
Unfortunately, no. Go fuck yourself.
I'm going to approach here, so I've approached the 2 wolves because I didn't specify which wolf.
When you don't specify, it's the nearest. You can shoot at either, but you're in point blank with both, so there's literally no reason to approach to get into point blank for either of them because you're already point blank with both.
Let's go for center of mass.
Okay.
Plus any penalties for
because guns do not work well here. Winter does not like a modern technology.
Modern technology.
Listen.
Invented in the 1400s.
Yes, that's super modern. Like winter stopped existing like 1,000 years ago.
Okay, that's damage. Have a pistol again. It's have a revolver. I mean, it's like 6.
Yes, so 9 total.
Nice.
Wow. Right, so the points of armor I gave them, it soaks. And Lord Kadeen.
Well, I think it's time to die for someone.
Okay.
Well, I guess I should take care of this, the not debuffed wolf first. So I guess I'm doing an Uno reverse. So what's a bonus for this in Changeling?
Well, the wolf is gonna turn to face you, so +1 since you're flanking.
+1 to hit, I assume.
Yes.
That's good enough.
And let's see if someone notices something. Yes, they do. Good.
I think that's everything. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I do have mighty blows, which I think should probably apply in this case.
That's for not to hit. That's for the damage, right? Because it's a strength thing. Or is
No, like it's my melee specialty.
Okay, you know what? Sure.
It's literally just from the book. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's everything. So let's go.
Okay. And do you have specialty for this?
Well, only reserves of strength.
Yeah, no. That definitely would not. And the wolf is lead damaged. Perception canning, everyone. Base of 6.
Oh no. Shit.
I'm too distracted.
Perception.
Oh wait, wrong die. What? This button. The roll button. Roll. 6. I have intuitive.
What? I didn't quite hear that.
Intuitive.
Yeah,
2.
that will apply. And is that everyone? Lord Kadeen,
No,
you
no,
did
no.
not roll.
Yeah, no, I just checked what penalty I take again. Plus-
Nothing for canning.
Oh, okay. Nothing for canning. So there's hope.
Okay. Lady Marinette, you feel the like a resonance with the land, especially now that you've started spilling blood here. Something has noticed you. And Jean-Jacques, you're able to intuit it is the Guardian. He senses you through the land that he is coming again.
Yeah, I just told them he's coming again. The Guardian. He's returning.
On your turn.
Okay, yeah, completely fair.
Lord Kadeen, what do? Everything is fine, just some fucking wolves.
I mean, I already hit one of them.
Mm-hmm. Smackado again?
I mean, I think I spent all my action on that.
Next turn, declare.
Oh, yeah, no, I will. I would hit it again. Try to finish it off. Like the beast it is.
Okay, Jean-Jacques.
I will tell others that the Lord of the Land is returning. He sends us. He's coming back, and I will shoot the wolf.
Okay,
Shoot a wolf.
if you want to shoot and express yourself, if you want to do it in a detailed manner, then I'm gonna make you split. Otherwise, try and put all of that into a single short sentence.
He's returning. The Lord of the Land is returning.
Right on the edge, but I'll allow it. I'm high on coffee and not quite enough sleep, so I'm generous today. Lady Alejandra. We are, by the way, practicing 3 turns and out, so if this drags on for more than 3 turns, like the combat ends with whichever side is winning, you know, at the end of turn 3.
Makes sense. I'll see if I can't. Actually,
You could unleash. This is a land of nightmares. Magic will flow easily here.
yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I'll cast a cantrip at the weakened wolf.
The one you already fucked up.
Yeah, now he can't resist my poison as well anymore.
Oh, so you're poisoning him. Okay. The wolves will rotate around and stay on Lord Kadeen.
I see troop rotation.
And Lady Marinette.
I'm going to attempt to sword attack and chop off a leg if I can of this guy.
Okay. So you wish to specifically target the leg?
Yep.
That is, I think, +2 damage, but +2 difficulty when you target a limb.
Seems worth it considering the other options.
Okay. Then go ahead and roll your to hit.
Was it strength athletics or what was it?
It was dex melee to hit and strength plus any extra success from the attack to the damage.
You said +2 to difficulty
Yes, so dex melee
and
hit.
bring that.
No, it's not total 2. The base is 6 and +2 goes to 8. Okay, there we go. Do you have a specialty?
Just agile, I guess. Whatever dexterity would be for that one.
Not for this. That would be more with dodging and acrobatics kind of stuff.
Right.
But that's 2 extra successes. Sword is +2 as well, so strength +6. Okay, and see, it manages to soak. It's a thick supernatural fur protecting it from the bite of good French steel. The wolves circle around. And we'll roll the fucked up one first. You're staying on the one you damaged, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah. So +2 -3. So base of 6 at 6. Luckily, NPCs don't get specialties. Your soak, if you would.
E.
And the other one. Your soak, if you would.
Man, having scales are really paying off. Well, it wouldn't have made that much of a difference in some case, but yeah. It's very nice. I feel nice and secure, probably in an appropriate manner.
Lady Aleandra.
I'll squeeze my bleeding hand, looking at the wolf that I'm about to hex, and say, may my blood become your bane in French.
In French, okay, difficulty goes up by +1 on what it would have been because of that. Fucking French.
Well, we are proud French people in this game.
Because they're French.
I'm sure the wolves are French too, if they just
Listen,
admit
it's the meme, right? That French people are shit at war, even though they're really not. Right? But the dreaming runs on memes, so when you use French for warlike application.
Well, the French are the most warlike people.
Yes, but that's not what the world believes. That's the thing. if we were playing mage, you would be 100% right, but since we're playing Changeling, you're 100% wrong!
You know, I can trace my heritage right back to Charlemagne.
Wow. Okay, but either way, you're going to be rolling a difficulty 3.
Okay. So that's a stamina check at difficulty 7 to resist.
Yes. And it's just stamina, armor does not apply, and you fucked up its dice pool. It reduces it by 1. However, that took 4 health levels. As you see little droplets of pure, like, it's not pure white, it's like, you know, like when mushrooms rot in the forest? Like that gray sort of putrefying thing? Little spots of that appear on its fur and start spreading. But Jean-Jacques.
Right. I tell he's coming, the Lord of the Land is coming, and I shoot a wolf. Guess I shoot this one because I can't see the other. There's an elf in the way.
You can move to target your original target, but since someone occupied the spot, you can stay on this one.
Yeah, I didn't say I would move, so I'll just shoot.
Alright. Okay.
7 damage. Nice.
Wow. There's enough of the fur left to withstand it, unfortunately. Lord Kadeen.
Yes, well, I regret this one. Doing a damage before with a sword swing. Whew.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
Dearie me. Let's hope the damage roll manages to reach the maximum of 2 successes you're gonna get on this.
Wow.
You know how it usually goes. Oh no, I feel it. The luck's turned. I'm gonna fuck up the soak roll now.
Come on. Yeah.
No, don't tell me he has a specialty. Strong for...
That is the fur is where the extra armor points are coming from. It's a power for some chimera, but he doesn't have a specialty. However, like these do have extra health levels bought via the chimera creation, so it's still standing, but it's wounded to the point where it's starting to slow down.
How many health do these fucks have? Why does it happen this late?
Fair bit, you fought them before. Scary fuckers. And at the end of the round, you see a pathway open and someone step out into the road.
Need to hold strike him.
I mean,
Yes.
you can unleash Dragon's Ire and go nuts. Like, if you want to, like, go for it.
I will, I'll keep, trying to smash the one I am already smashing.
Hold up. I need to roll him into initiative. 13. Okay. Lady Alendra, what's your initiative bonus?
4.
Then he is above you. Okay, you keep smashing. Unless you wish to change your answer to I unleash Dragon's Ire.
No. I need to get rid of those two.
Okay, Jean-Jacques.
Oh, shooting the wolves is useless, so I guess I'll shoot the guy that's coming. Might be better.
Okay, like all true heroes, he is not wearing a helmet. If you were to aim for the head with the specific call that you're trying to bypass armor, I would let it bypass his sheep plate.
Yeah, I'll approach him, go for the head.
Okay, and he does seem to have picked up a new sword since the last time you met and fucked him over. And Lady Alejandra.
I'm gonna move away from him and I might wonder if it's best to take a wolf out rather than dealing with him now that he's here.
You're muted, Dan. But you seem excited to see our old friend.
Oh, you know it's coming.
I'm gonna try to poison the wolf again that I weakened as I move away from this elf.
Okay. Yeah, he does seem to have the elongated features that you would expect from an elf, but it's like his body's made of blue crystal. And it looks less like ice and more like rock, like he's just this moving crystal statue of an elf. Now that you can see him in the light. So, okay, you're gonna try and shoot him. Yeah, my original plan was to do something else, but that's a very rude reception to your host. So, he will start by trying to gut Jean-Jacques. And the wolves will continue trying to chew on Lord Kadeen.
Of course.
Lady Marinette.
I side-eyed the elf man.
Opens the nuclear suitcase. Starts inputting the code.
Fuck your sword. I'm gonna holy strike his new sword.
Okay. So this is a bunk, just like fuck your new sword. I'll give you a -2, even though it's a simple bunk, because it's a meme to fuck up his weapon the exact same way again.
What was the base? 7, I think, was it? So
Yes.
making it 5.
Yeah, it would be 5 here. He literally just appeared! It's like, oh, it's you. Bag! He didn't even have a chance to say anything. He was gonna speak. But no, someone tries to shoot.
You should have opened up with speaking.
Shut up, motherfucker! Bang! It's just like, didn't even say anything. Okay, 5 successes. Shit, so the sword, he raises it, it goes flying out of his grasp, spins in the air 3 times, falls in this square between Jean-Jacques and Lady Marinette, and just leaves them. For a moment it looks intact and then just blows away in the wind. God damn it. Okay, so fuck me. This is like actually kind of mean. Why are you bullying my characters?
Because they all mean themselves. They brought this on themselves. We've received nothing but either shady business propositions and more likely hostility.
Wow, that actually does like nothing. And that would normally be 8, but it goes to a 7 because it's wounded enough. And strength, for the purpose of damage, we don't reduce because that's a separate thing. Should be like this. Wow. Well, he has the hand raised. He was gonna swing the sword, but he's just gonna go in with his, crystalline knuckles and try and smack you in the face anyway. So 5. I'm not gonna give him the extra dice because it's at that point stupid. The wolves are focusing entirely on Lord Kadeen. And that turns into this much because he has a fey feature that makes his hands more dangerous. But that does not matter. Lady Eleandra.
Okay, I will move like 3 squares, I guess. That seems safe.
It's like he bought it at the beginning and he's so happy he has a chance to fuck up someone's weapons finally. Just ancient heirloom face swords that lasted for thousands of years, just casually vaporized. Well, I
Can move, I concentrate on the wolf and I say, die already, you furry bastard, as I squeeze my hand.
You furry bastard.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Difficulty.
It would still be a 3. You're still using your blood. You have it set up like...
Remarkably reliable, as always.
That wolf is nearly dead. It's just like it has to struggle to stand up. It's just standing there and trembling on aged, withered paws. The rot having overtaken all of it. It's just like you see weeping sores all over his body where the flesh beneath is leaking. But Jean-Jacques.
Right. Well, it's coming for me. It's close to me. I'll spend a willpower point while aiming for his head.
Yeah, you see a German charging you with a bayonet.
And I have 5 dice at 7. That's 3. So it would be 8, 10 damage because head is 2 extra.
Yes.
Yes!
Okay, so that is enough to get past the automatic defense. And that is enough to damage him. And Lord Kadeen.
Up. A new challenge has arrived. I need to clear the board.
I would like to activate my Greater Cleave and use all your mirror images to fuck up your day.
Oof.
Yeah, Epic pulled that shit on me once, by the way.
Yeah, I check. It's actually written on the rules of D&D. Mirror image was very buffed in Pathfinder, so you couldn't do that bullshit.
It was still bullshit.
It's fair. Fuck casters. All casters deserve to die.
What the fuck?
So, you managed to kill that wolf, and I will endeavor to keep the flow of this scene going after that brutal insult that Bacon levied against me.
No, it's not against you. It's against everyone that plays casters in D&D.
Fuck you. Wait, next year you can stand for this shit.
I mean, I think castles are pretty okay.
So this was the third round. So the wolves are utterly defeated. He has been wounded. His weapon has been destroyed again. He's gonna step back and hold up his hands in like peace gesture. As we're just gonna say that this one just dies, rots away. Not gonna make you roll for it. You've demonstrated your ability to delete it. How do you react? Do you wish to keep going after him? Do you wish to pause and attempt to communicate? What is the plan?
I mean, he clearly came in and started attacking us.
You all saw Jean-Jacques go like, fuck this, before he got a chance to do anything. I'm not gonna let you go like, yeah, no, like we were reacting to him. No, you weren't. He was reacting to Jean-Jacques and you all saw.
Like they came in, like imagine like this, like if a dude comes back.
You're in his fucking yard! You're invading his yard! He's coming out like, why the fuck are you kids not going home? I told you to go home! And one of you pulls a gun and tries to shoot him! And then you're lucky was clearly coming to attack us in his backyard after we refused to leave! It was defense of defense!
He was going to attack us, and nothing you say will change our opinion.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying the full police would find your version very hard to believe.
And I wouldn't be against talking with him, but if you want, we can also fight him.
Well, look.
Okay, so given that the party is split, I'm gonna say that it's that moment of like some of you, starting to move forward. Others going like, yeah, we could talk, and it's just like a few seconds of milling around while you discuss. He does not make any further aggressive moves or attempt to use magic at the moment.
I take the opportunity to put more bullets in my revolver. Looking at the others, are we going to finish this German bastard or not?
I mean, what else? What else could we do? And
He is going to speak in a language that you instinctively understand. At first you think that it's whatever your native language happens to be, which for most of you is the half-civilized French, and for one of you it's a truly uncivilized language. And he says, I am not German.
I'm not German.
Hashtag priorities.
Like he doesn't clarify that he doesn't want to fight.
He just reveals that he has a way to
German.
actually talk with you to say that he is not German.
I just stare at him. Nice try, Fritz, but why else would you be on this trench?
Looks around confused. Like, huh? No, we're not in a trench. Like, that sort of what? What are you doing here?
What?
What are you doing here?
What kind of
Why
question?
are you here?
We told you
Okay.
we seek passage.
It took some time. Genjax probably noticed. Oh fuck, we're not in a trench. What are we doing here? Oh, yes, we.
For a moment, he was like, I have a revolver, I must have been promoted to officer.
He just blinks. Oh, we seek passage deeper into the Winterlands. We're looking for something.
There is no passage for you here. Turn back.
You know for sure there's no passage back to.
You
We
have
can.
proven your worth. The forest will let you depart without hindrance.
We have no choice. We have an oath to find something here, and we must go on.
He just nods. So be it. He's gonna turn to the side of the road and move to open a passage to leave.
I see. Once it's a happening. Twice is a coincidence. Three, it's a pattern. But I don't like it to turn into a pattern.
So you would like him not to leave? Well, you have
I'll just.
several choices. Damaging him is difficult, but you could try and just shoot him, or you could just try and tackle and grapple him and drag him back here to finish the conversation.
And as Jack sees him moving, he just raises the revolver and asks, will you continue to be on our way then?
He turns to you, looks you in the eye, and says, I too have my oaths.
Okay, then I press the trigger while aiming at his head.
Okay, you can take one more shot as he departs.
Is still on point blank or it's far away?
He was stepping towards the side of the forest, but you were preparing to do this while he was looking away, so you can have moved up as well.
Okay. That's 7. So it would be 8 damage.
That does not pierce the force field. And you see
Bullshit
that
force
the
field.
damage you did earlier has also healed by now.
Bullshit force field.
And bullshit healing, yes. Like I said, you never researched the ways to turn those off.
Why would we? We just have to brute force.
Yeah, no, that is an option. It's just a difficult option, but it is an option. And Redemar did mention that he wants to Holy Strike. If, if you strike, so... Oh, actually, he stepped away. I'm gonna step away for a second too, but Dan, Marinette, Alejandra, what are you doing? You just watching this, or do you want to participate?
Keep here.
I don't care that much about it.
So when you see it going down, Marinette, you're like, okay, rush up, use the shotgun.
Right.
And Lady Alejandra is like, I wonder how deep into the invasion I made it, and if I lived through it. Okay. You can do the roll at 7, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's see. Do the damage roll. It should be a total of 11. Uh-oh. Oh, that's unfortunate, huh?
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
So that is 3 that goes through, which is rough since he doesn't have extra health levels. And Redomer, what kind of bunk would you like to use for your holy strike?
Fuck this guy. I'm going to cut the palm of my hand.
You fucking copycat.
What do you mean?
You could have a -2 because Autumn fits better for this, and I actually came up with this originally.
Okay, I didn't know hand cutting was a hand the original, but sure.
The Dreaming does not like copycats. In this group it is. Fuck you.
Wow. Well, anyways, let's see. I get like -2 from that, and Fey is my my affinity, so it goes down to like I think like a 5.
Should be a 4. Hold up. Should
Yeah,
be
the
a
base
4.
difficulty is 1 lower, I think, because
Oh,
we're
right,
not,
right.
Yeah, you're not in the Autumn War. Magic actually has less friction here.
Yes!
And that is what, 14 damage?
it's his glamour plus willpower plus bonus successes, I think.
Okay, go ahead and roll for it.
Successes. Well, that's sad. That's not specialty for this.
So, the shotgun blast hits him in the neck and head, ripping apart skin and flesh, showing, the deeper blue of his skull. And that's because he's holding up his hand to just grab the magic cast him by Lord Kadin and just like snuffed out. Not today, kid. And the question becomes, is he able to cast this well enough to actually leave this round? Yes, he is. He departs. Now I will allow a... I think it's a wits Greymare because it's like less intelligence and more situational awareness kind of thing here to have put it together. But you may attempt rolls. Well, next time he's gonna come covered in swords, like an extra layer of plate of armor. I think you had Greymare as well, Redomer.
Mm-hmm. What's the roll again?
Wit, Greymare.
Wait.
If someone has Enigmas and not Greymare, Wit's Enigmas would be applicable to, I would say. But I'm not sure anyone was like, I like riddles, but actually no, it was like that.
I have it too, it's just not as high as Kramer.
Dan, if you would, your Wits Enigmas rating, you can roll that instead. Yes, good. Yeah, Lord Kadin, you think that there is something there with the way and what situations this guy keeps on appearing? Lady Marinette and Lady Alandra, you think about it, it's when you make noise or interact with the environment in some sort of intense way. Like when you make your presence felt in some way. Like he's not shown up, at least yet, when you're just quietly walking through the forest.
I look at my lighter. Considering burning a few trees.
Redemer, please mute your mic if you're gonna suck on it so intensely.
I'm just enjoying myself.
You could attempt to burn the trees. I'm not sure what that would do for your cause, but you could try and burn some trees. Perhaps make a distraction and run for it.
More would like to start just a massive forest fire. Every fifth tree, just start burning it.
Would you like to do this?
If no one stops me, I guess maybe that might be enough to bring someone out.
So Lady Marinette is like, I know what to do. So she takes the lighter, takes out an extra torch, lights the makeshift device, and roll me like, this surely isn't intelligence. This is like wit survival. So since you don't have survival, it's a +1 difficulty. Okay, so Marinette, well, you maybe thought that she was looking for a little extra light so you can see this fucker coming. No, she just casually walks off the road and to the nearest tree and starts setting it on fire. That tree catches relatively easily. Let's see. Let's see how well this is working. Okay. She goes a little further from the road, lights another tree on fire. That one starts to catch as well. Yeah, you're gonna get this forest fire going. Oh, there's another tree a little further in that you could light on fire. It's looking particularly flammable. You can practically see it drying out before your eyes, inviting you to step away from the road. Make willpower roll. Okay. Take a point of nightmare, but you realize what is happening. The trees, sensing your intent, are deliberately drying themselves out, because these aren't trees, this is a forest. And who cares about a few cells when you can trap a foolish invader deep in the woods through their own pyromania? So all of you are watching as Marinette is going into that cycle of yes, burn. Wait a second.
Well, this Marinette, pulled herself out. I do like the idea, though.
But
Burning
two of
this
the
forest
trees
down.
are currently burning. And there's plenty of light. You can see the trees. And in this light, they don't look like normal trees. Like there's something off about them. Less like they're trees and more like they're something's impression of trees.
I walk up to Marinette, put my hand on her shoulder, and
Okay,
say,
so you go off the road.
I mean, I need to.
Okay. So you watch as Lord Kadeen also steps off the road and goes up to Marinette. Somehow with the fire you can't escape the feeling that something ancient is watching you with unfriendly eyes.
Okay. Still telling Marinette to keep going.
Dan, you're muted. Lord Kadeen, take a nightmare point and roll willpower.
I did already roll willpower.
Okay. So, you still have an idea where the road is. But you can feel the pull of the forest tugging at your emotions.
This one won't be any forest.
Oh yeah, I think we should just return to the road. This should be provide
let's
enough
just-
distraction.
let's follow the road and set every fucking tree we find on fire. Let's
Yeah.
break off some branches and use those to continue the fire.
We can burn trees along the road.
Okay. Hold on, wasn't there a nightmare thing we should be keeping track of for normal castings, Naxi? Do you remember?
If you have nightmare points, oh yeah, I think there was something like that. No.
Yeah, we should do that, because I've been handing those out. We'll look it up when next you wish to cast spells.
Okay, I'm already going over to the pages, so I have it on the reference.
But you walk back to the road, you grab some branches, one of the trees creaks down, and it's almost like it's handing you just like a armful of dry branches ready to catch fire. It is an invitation to play a game, if that's how you want it.
Thank you, my good tree.
Okay, who is taking the branches and preparing to set fire to things?
Well, I will.
Okay.
Just we're already in the forest, so and they're burning trees around us.
Alright, you proceed down the road to the next encounter, lighting your way as you go. You will never require a torch again while this forest lasts.
Very Chad.
Both of you who are doing this, roll your staminas at difficulty 7. Okay. So you proceed down the road, lighting as you go. It is as bright as daylight, and there's surprisingly little smoke, like the land itself is siphoning it away, handing you more branches, inviting you to do this. After about 15-20 minutes, you realize that the wounds you have dealt yourself, and you should have taken a wound for cutting your hand. Lord Kadeen.
I mean, shouldn't have healed already.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
No.
The wound has not healed, and in fact, you're starting to feel worse, and you see where your hands and skin have been touching the branches. Your skin is starting to discolor. Both of you take 1 point of poison damage.
What the fuck is poison damage?
It's lethal.
No.
The trees tricked you.
Right, should be here. There you go. Well, put the branch down and ask Marinette take a look. My hands.
Whoa.
You look down at your own. Whoa.
Yeah.
And now, make willpower rolls as well. Standard difficulty 6. Yeah. For a moment, you feel the impulse, Lord Kadeen, that no, this is normal. This is just some moss, some tree gunk that got on your hands. It's normal, but shake it off. No. It's trying to get you.
Yep, time to then delete it. question. Can I attempt to Holy Strike the gunker on my hand without hurting myself?
Do you have nature?
No. But I do have some glamour.
You can attempt to. You can attempt to burn it off. And that would probably stop any further damage. Like, it would for sure stop any further damage, right? But you can accomplish that by, rubbing alcohol and a piece of gauze from one of your medkits.
That's true.
But it's more that it's already inside you. That's the part that's the problem.
I have an easier target inside of me. Let's go. Burn me up. No, like an unleashing and burn me up from the inside.
Do you wish to unleash and with the command of burn all poisons away from inside me?
I'm so tempted.
That's a pirate's command. It's not safe to do it with Dragon's Isle.
With the amount of nightmare they have, it's not safe to do Nyaxi, period.
Just look at the lights up. First, like a smile, then just pain.
I'm pretty sure that most of the, non-carbon, non-hydrogen, non-oxygen chemicals that are inside your body, that you need to live, like all the trace elements, are toxic in sufficient quantities. Like, okay, maybe you won't burn away your bones, but like your cells sure as hell ain't gonna be able to, do cell chemistry. You'll just stop if that unleashing goes wrong, I'll tell you right now. Like instant brain death, like every cell in your body just dies immediately. That would be an interesting way to commit suicide. Yes.
Don't tempt me, but yeah. I guess I won't do this and get whatever we have against poison in our equipment and try to get the gunk off while we do this. Actually, who's the most competent doctor here? Like I know Marinette was pretty good, but Marinette is busy herself.
I have some medicine.
Yeah. Lady Alejandra.
I would say that if you have a dot of medicine, you can clean it off without fucking anything up further. It's not that dangerous.
No, I'm asking for a treatment for the poison. Being prepared. Grab the right things.
This is a basic med kit, and this is a magic poison. You're gonna have to overcome it by being a man, not with some pussy antidote shit.
I see.
If we're gonna put a belt on your arm where you're poisoned and pull it really tight, and then we're gonna draw all of the blood out of the armor since it's poisoned, and then
so as Lady Alejandra is explaining her plan, Locketing, how do you feel about this?
I feel like Lady Alejandra is about perfectly reasonable.
It's perfectly reasonable.
I mean, look at this from my perspective. This hinders me, and it's even inhibiting my regeneration. So what am I supposed to do here? And if I die to this, it would be at least a quick death rather than a long drawn out one from the poison. Actually, what's even my stamina?
Your only hope now is to claim the Crown of Winter and command the poison to recede and spare you. You have broken one oath and survived it. Why not another?
Okay, fine. Let's clean the wounds out and the gunk off, and grab some steady-looking gloves, which we surely should have. It's basic bitch equipment, and continue fucking burning the trees. Okay. Maybe wrap an extra cloth around the branch where I grab it.
Okay, give me a. What would be appropriate here? Dex survival. Dex survival to avoid the branches fucking you up further.
I see.
And Lady Marinette, would you like to continue with Project Forest Fire?
Marinette's still just focusing on keeping clean. She was kind of disturbed by it.
Okay. So Lord Kadeen is distracted, but Jean-Jacques... I think Jean-Jacques is the only one who isn't distracted, so Bacon, give me a perception alertness roll at 6.
Six.
Yeah, you were able to hear it and piece it together, even through the roar of fire. There is this sound of creaking wood which you haven't heard before in this forest, underneath all of that, and it seems like whenever you hear a tree fall, a minute or two later, that creaking sounds, and you think that new trees might be growing at rapid speed to replace the ones that fall due to the fire.
Yeah, I told them this forest is regenerating itself. I can hear trees growing whenever one is destroyed by the fire.
That sounds like bullshit. The tree should keep burning.
It's an
The forest-
eldritch horror in the shape of a forest. What did you expect? That it would play by your rules?
What do you mean my rules? I didn't invent the rules of forest fires. Those are dangerous, you know. That's why they make
Yeah,
commercials against
unfortunately,
them.
nobody sent Winter a memo on the dangers of forest fires made by man.
Oh, at least we have light.
You do have light. Okay, and roll stamina for me, Lord Kadeen, to see if you are withstanding what little does get through. I'll let the survival be a second roll that subtracts its successes from the poison attempt as well.
I mean, our road survival.
Yes, I know. So
Oh.
there's one success that would get through and need to be handled by your stamina. So you need one to not take any further damage and keep burning shit.
My stamina.
Okay?
Got another.
Lord Kadeen takes to it with a vengeance. Oh no, like you rolled it already. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
You're good. You handle the attempt. The trees
Good.
stop handing you branches, but every branch you have, you use to maximum fucking effect.
At least it's something. Vengeance has been served.
And if possible, it gets... Well, it doesn't get darker. In fact, it gets brighter, but the forest itself grows older and more gnarled around you. And there is now there's a strange mist gathering it, like... Sometimes you get mists in winter that are like really cold. Like it's not that cold, but it's so humid that it's really fucking cold. And the trees themselves seem to be vaguely glowing, like they're covered in some sort of a phosphorescent slime. As bit by bit, they start leaning in more and more over the road, slowly encroaching on it as you proceed. At this point, it's almost like with your few torches that you had prepared in advance, being carefully rationed, you're moving through a tunnel.
Well, Lady Arandra is an expert. Lady Arandra, please, could you take a look over of these, these trees reaching into the road, and tell us what this, what this slime might do.
I guess I can have a look with my eyes only.
It looks like it might make your hands glow a little.
It might make your hands glow a little.
Like, I don't know, like, you can guess based on gray mare, but it's hard to say. It could just be part of the locale, right?
Yeah, it might not be anything special. It might just be, part of the aesthetics of this place.
Or, let's be honest, it's probably something bad. I have the feeling that maybe if we brought that weird magic bell here and just all carried it, it would make the trees go away or something like that.
Warriors don't read books, Bacon.
No, yeah, that's why we just randomly bring a looted bell that, maybe that would work. I don't know.
It would. It probably would. But do we really want to bring something this disgusting into dreaming again?
We just need to continue moving, never stopping. We should be close if the trees are trying to stop us.
Yes, but wouldn't we have to, take the way back and come all the way here again?
Make
No.
me strength athletics rolls. You have been chatting, deciding if this is a threat, consulting, looking for like a minute or two now.
Strength athletics, you say?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a skill, you roll it at higher difficulty, right?
It's a
It's a talent.
so you don't increase it.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. If it's only on the skill list, it's good. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, Lord Kadeen realizes what is happening and breaks free immediately. The rest of you, you realize that tree roots have wrapped around your feet and your ankles while you've been talking, and you are struggling to break free. What do?
Look at the others and say, help.
I'll try and deliver them with my magic.
Okay. Lady Marinette.
Attempted shopping action, hopefully, but in the finished parts.
Okay, you try to chop your way through. Lord Kadeen.
I'll help whoever's most in need to break free.
Jan Jax is like, help, I die.
I mean, yeah.
No strength athletics to help.
Well, how do you want to help? Like, you can use like strength athletics to try and pull him free. You can try and chop him free. You can use magic.
I mean, I don't want
Don't worry, Jinjax has a way to escape this. He just takes his pistol and points at his head.
I'll see you the next time round, guys. Bang!
Oh my god. Okay, but I will go and break him. Try to go. Get him out with just some slight use of force.
Okay, are you trying to be quiet, or are you just ripping him out of there?
I mean, I'm going to be careful to not damage him. I guess I'm not sure if that would consider as quiet or not.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't. You just care about Genjax. Okay, excellent. You're chopping your way out, Lady Marinette. Go ahead and roll a strength melee. Still no. Okay. and Lady Alejandra.
I'll cast a cantrip without wounding myself or doing also anything like that, because, you know, I've seen the effects that the trees might have if they get into the body of someone.
Okay, so difficulty 5.
I believe so.
Okay. You are the one that gets free as the roots, sensing the prey escaping, redouble their efforts. However, you are available to help someone else.
Who looks the most in need of help?
Well, Jean-Jacques is Jean-Jacques. But Lord Kadeen might have that under control.
Makes sense. Okay, I'll just try and help Marionette, I guess.
Okay. So, Lady Marinette, Lady Alejandra, more of the same. Same for Lord Kadeen and Jean-Jacques. No, actually, Bacon, roll a 1d10 for your previous round. Okay. Yeah, I would say that you managed to pull yourself free. So you're all helping Lady Marinette.
Yep. Roll again.
Yes. Okay. I would say that that will be enough, but those of you who are helping Lady Marinette, Lord Kadeen, are you joining in?
Well, there's already like 2 people on it. I'll
Watch for threats,
well, yes.
perception alertness, and Jean-Jacques can do the same if you want.
Perception alertness, huh? Actually, I still have more dice for that.
That's for that. Bacon, perception alertness, threats.
Perception alertness.
Okay. And yeah, I'd say that Old Fae magic is intuitive because, or Old Fae, because they follow fairy tale rules. So, both of you see 2 things. The trees have created essentially like an interwoven barrier of branches on all sides. So you're in kind of a little clearing on the road, but you're surrounded all sides. And up in one of the trees, hiding badly behind a branch, is your old friend, who seems busy trying to enact a magic ritual of some kind.
You know what it means, Chris?
Yeah? Kaboom?
Kaboom.
Okay.
Question, first of all, before I start this properly, how much of damage would have healed since
You can have healed one of your damages, same for Lady Marinette, since you were fucking around with the trees. The others, you didn't have a lot of damage. Lady Alejandra, you had 1, that would be healed. Bacon, did you have any?
No.
Yeah, then you're fixed. I think you, Lord Kadeen, might be the only one still at 1 damage.
Well, that's not a wound penalty at least.
So I don't, like, you've already been doing this for 2 rounds effectively, so this would be the 3rd round of the encounter. So I'm not gonna make you roll initiative. This is all happening roughly at the same time.
Okay.
But the 2 of you see him, so you will be acting first.
Gets a bad 10 show.
And let's Jesus Christ. Not so much for magic bullshit.
Yeah, think. Yeah, I'm just gonna swing my point my sword and command the
Do you wish to throw your weapon at him?
No.
I will give you like a
No.
-4 reduction if you sacrifice your sword in this place to the magic. Actually, no, fuck it. It's your favorite sword. You repair it multiple times. I'll give you a -5. The sword will be gone, but you can roll Dragon's Ire at -5 difficulty.
No. I'm just gonna point at him and command the forces.
No, but think about it. You could use time to create an echo, right? Because you can have something repeat after it's over, so you could just like double blast shotgun him at difficulty 3. Consider it. The sword might not be the most useful thing under these circumstances.
It's true, but I need the sword.
Think about all the damage. It's willpower plus glamour rating plus successes. You will be rolling well into double digits.
I would rather fucking sacrifice my other eye than do this. But no, I'll point at him and command the forces of winter to destroy him, and and yeah, that's it. And I'm gonna go.
You want to command the forces of winter to turn on him.
Well, yes, I have the eye after all.
Okay. How would I go with this? I think that's like a glamour rating, probably, right?
I think it was last time I came out.
So, okay, you want to invoke the authority of the eye specifically?
No. I want to like use my dragon's ire, but thematically go with the
So you're trying to less just unleash raw energy at him. You're trying to turn the energies animating him against him to destroy him.
Yes, with like a big old holy strike, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And yeah. Yeah, there's only those. And question it's 8 for starters, but then goes down by 1 for being here and 1 for like my affinity. Do I get anything from the what's it called? From like the cantrip.
It is dramatic, but at the same time, he also draws his authority from winter and in a more direct way than you. So I'll give you a -1 because even though he's countering your authority, the idea of a usurper going up against rightful authority resonates at least a little.
Yeah. I will also go. I think I will go with the suggestion of using time as well. Have it like echo.
Okay, that will increase the difficulty, but
by 1. Yeah, I think. But yeah.
If you don't have enough time, it might increase it by more because that was a higher level time. Bullshit.
Check.
I think it might be time for.
I think faking only takes glamour.
Yeah, faking only takes glamour, but yeah, you will have to use glamour for that. Because you need bright echoes. That's time 4.
Yeah, that's good enough. I was going to spend that 1 glamour. Fuck him.
Okay.
So, well, here goes nothing.
Yep, exactly. There goes nothing.
I hate this sometimes.
The second after. If the first use of the country failed, so does its echo. So, you call upon the authority of the eye, you reach out your hand, and you command the forces of winter to destroy him, and you feel like you're an ant in front of a giant. Not him, but some echo figure that stands behind him and has infused him with orders to follow. So he carries an echo of that figure's authority, and your authority, such as it is nothing compared to that.
Going to fix that.
Don't worry. I got a second solve the situation. I would like to unleash chicanery. How does one roll that again? I forgot.
Clamor, Nightmare separately.
So, glamour plus nightmare, what?
Yeah, you want to roll your Clamor plus Nightmare ratings, but like you need to roll the Nightmare separately because if you roll 10s on Nightmare dice, you get more Nightmare.
And before you roll, you increase your nightmare by 1 for the privilege of unleashing as well.
Okay, good. But yeah, I would roll chicanery, and I would just sell the forest that he doesn't belong here while pointing to this fucker.
Okay.
So it's what the difficulty?
What's unleashing, like 7 normally? 8?
Let me look if I can find it. Unleashing a 7, huh?
Okay, so
Is it reduced by being in the dreaming though? Because it might be near dreaming, far dreaming. Easier to cast
You add
cantrip.
if it's in the far dreaming, you add a die to your unleashing, and in the deep dreaming, you add 3 dice.
Okay, so add a die.
Okay. So 5 at 7.
8 at 7 total, but yeah, you roll the nightmare separately. So 3 more at 7.
Nope. Not a botch, but I fell.
Yeah, I was hoping. What happens on a fail, Nyax? Is it dramatic? Is it delicious?
It triggers. It's a penalty trigger to fail an unleashing, and you can't use the art for the remainder of the scene. No?
Okay, glamour rating at 8. Okay, you managed to resist that. As your mightiest magics fail against this figure.
I just look at Lord Kadima. I tried.
At this point, like, Lady Alejandra, Lady Marinette, you, like, get Marinette out. You hear behind you, like, these declarations of enmity. The swirl of magic, you turn around, you see the figure. In this moment, you two can make a move.
Is he wearing boots of any kind that I can see?
Yes, sure. Well, at that angle, you probably can't see them, but you can assume he's wearing boots. He was before.
I want to highly strike his boots so he maybe fall out of his tree and hurt himself.
Wouldn't it make more sense to strike the tree?
I can't take nature.
You can, but yeah, I guess.
It's like you see, like, his upper body, like, from the solar plexus up, let's say.
Okay.
So, like, you can still go, like, tell the dreaming, like, hey, yeet his boots. Because you've seen those boots before and you assume they're right there. And he probably hasn't changed them. Changeling magic is weird like that. But, like, you won't know if the boots are gone or if it had an effect or what he's standing on. You don't have the line of sight angle.
Well, Marinette will know if he falls.
If an elf falls in the forest, will we hear it? So should we increase the difficulty to that?
No. Go ahead and roll. What kind of a bunk do you want to use?
You cannot stand before us.
No, I think we've already determined he can. I'll give you a -1.
Okay, that makes it 6, I suppose.
Yeah, sounds about right. And next, the magic castings that aren't super fucked, the nightmare stuff.
The cantrips?
Yeah, do they get fucked?
Yeah. I think you also replace like a number of dice with your nightmare if you have any. Cantrip dice pool. The player must replace dice in a cantrip pool with a number of distinct dice, all the same color, for example, for the roll equal to the character's nightmare rating.
And it's like if you roll a 10, something like that, right?
Yeah, if a 10 comes up on any of them, it's you gain another nightmare point.
Okay, so Marinette, roll damage. It's glamour plus willpower plus 5 in this case. And Redemar, you need to reroll that because you for sure have nightmare. So you need to roll the 2 parts of that holy strike separately. So you may
Yes.
yet hit.
I may yet hit. Huh? Let's see. So it's just like does they roll like the temporary dots or like the permanent or whatever?
Just a temporary nightmare.
Do you?
Like if you have imbalances, they don't help you.
How would you have 5 imbalance?
I probably noted it down the wrong way. Probably should be like a 5 and 2, not 2 and 5.
No, like you. There's no way you have gathered 2 imbalances. That would be 20 nightmare points. We've just started really handing them out recently. No, I'm pretty sure you have 7 dice of nightmare and no imbalances.
I see.
Which...
Still want me to reroll?
No, you're just plain fucked. Like all those are nightmare dice, actually.
Nice.
So 10s turn into more nightmare, right?
Yeah,
no.
if you roll a 10, you get another nightmare point.
It should be like this. Nightmare imbalance, that's how many of your willpower points are corrupted by nightmare. So you're not permanently damaged by it yet. Which is the good
Right.
news.
I mean, I will be. Let's just be real here.
But yeah, but you're most powerful for unleashing when you're at 9 nightmare and no imbalance.
You should have unleashed Dragon's Ire. You could have destroyed him. No, he keeps his balance perfectly as his boots disintegrate under his feet.
Just gonna have to make him naked at this point.
Okay.
What's he even doing up there?
He
He's
was
casting.
attempting to cast magic. And that leaves us with Lady Alejandra.
Let me just check how... Maybe I should just unleash. Right, what's the chance of it going wrong? And I guess it's about time that we fuck him up now that it's the 3rd meeting.
Such a problem child.
I'll say come to ruin as I unleash auto. It's gonna cost me 2 glamour. Then I'm rolling my glamour first at 7.
Mm-hmm.
1 success, and then my nightmare.
It's gonna be all successes.
That's 1 extra nightmare die, but it's only 3 successes to my 4 on autumn, so it's a controlled unleashing.
Okay. come to ruin because of the way this is. I think I know how I want to do this. Naxi, how do you feel about rolling 9 dice of willpower damage on him to see how thoroughly you crush his soul and show him just how little his oaths mean after all this time?
I couldn't try that. At 6?
Yeah.
Come on. It's the bad roll. As usual.
Okay, I will subtract the appropriate amount of willpower. And he starts cursing at you. He calls you bastard abominations and, misbegotten failures and things along those lines, as for the first time you see him lose control.
Wow, what's this guy's problem?
He moves to depart. Roll a luck dice, each of you. 6 or above, you have an angle to hit him as he ducks behind the tree branch to attempt his escape. So Jean-Jacques and Lady Marinette have the opportunity to take another parting shot of some kind.
Yes, he's far away, but I like always aim for the head.
Okay. I will say that as you raise the gun, you sense you're too deep in. If it works at all, shot like this gun isn't going to be able to hit worth a damn. But let's see what else you have going for you.
I have a gun, that's it. The only art I have is lost until the end of the scene.
I will give you the opportunity to... It's not much of an opportunity, it's a dangerous way. Hold up, I need to give you something that's good. But the gun thing I had planned for a while. I will say that you see a way you could scramble up that tree and be next to him. But you will be separated from the others. And in an actual tree where you will be more vulnerable to it. So you can get close enough. And how it works mechanically is that this deep in the forest, guns are +2 difficulty to hit. They barely work. So you can attempt a shot at point blank range, but it will be at the cost of making you more vulnerable to further fuckery from the trees.
Or why not? I was planning on using a willpower anyways, but fuck it, like, it's our last chance. Jean-Jacques is feeling useless, and it's honestly thinking, if it doesn't work here, do I even deserve to be here? So it would be 5 at 8. Spending a willpower point.
Mm-hmm.
Only 1 left after this. That's 2.
Okay.
So 9 damage. Come on. Might do something. No.
Okay. As he shortens the way and departs, you catch a glimpse of the distance between where he's going and here, and you see the edge of the woods and some sort of open field and stone walls ahead. before the pathway closes. Lady Marinette.
Well, don't think I can shoot him, so I'm to strip him
You would like
of his
to
armor.
you would like to attack his arm. Okay. Go ahead. Would you like to unleash to do this, or will you be doing it the normal way?
Normal way.
Weak. Alright.
And the failure by 3, be naked before thee.
Well, you need to say the bunk before so I can adjust the difficulty.
Oh. Oh, damn it.
You attempted to make it rhyme, I'll give it a -2. Actually, how many nightmare dice do you have?
2. I should have gained 1 with a 10, right?
Wait, are you unleashing? You're using it the normal
No.
way, so you don't get extra nightmare dice from this, but you should be separating them out. So you should be rolling 7 and 2 separately. So please reroll. It's okay, you roll shit on the activation roll, you'll roll good on damage, which is the important one. Okay.
That's the nightmare part.
And the 7 normal ones.
You know, but I don't like nightmare die. It really looks like a hunger die, in my opinion.
Where do you think
Probably.
they got the idea? So 5 plus willpower, like permanent willpower and permanent glamour. Okay. I will say that that is enough to damage the plate, but it isn't enough to destroy it. You need to accumulate a total of the armor's rating in successes on damage if you're targeting it directly, I'm gonna say. So you need to deal 3 more at some point to strip him of armor.
Okay.
But he has departed, and the question remains. How are you gonna get out of the encirclement of trees? Jean-Jacques, you can see the other side, the road continues there, but there's already some branches wrapping around your feet.
He just tries to go back with his friends, and it says, "We are close. I can see the walls. We just need to remove these last few trees."
You could see it from where he shortened away. You probably still have a few more minutes in the woods. Like, you can't see the edge normally yet. But yes, you are very close.
I'm going to command the forester to let us through. While I might not be able to outmatch his authority, I might be able to do it without him being present.
Give me a appearance intimidation roll.
All right. Let me check. I think I only have veiled threats and what's the other thing? Appearance is unconventional looks and intimidation veiled threats.
I'm going to say that this is enough. You see the forest shudder, and slowly a narrow path opens where you can hunch down and, like almost on all fours, just shuffle through to continue on the road.
Well,
and you two are released, Jean-Jacques.
Yeah, I guess. Rushes through to crawl space.
And given all the crap that the force has been inflicting on you and slowly seeping in, I'm gonna give everyone a shiny new gift of a additional nightmare dice on top of the ones you have. And you are able to proceed. Do you keep the torches burning?
Well, it's still dark.
Well, less and less so, as the woods do appear to be thinning and there is the bioluminescence.
Should we approach a place of winter with torches out or not? Would be an act of defiance. And
Yeah, it would be very offensive to winter.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn on the lights as you discuss strategy.
no, but it would mean that we mean business.
Torches get put out?
I vote for putting out.
Yeah, well, I probably I'm gonna do it as well. For the rest,
Okay.
The lights go out and you proceed. In another 15 minutes, those who still have wounds can heal an additional health level. You feel yourselves cross a threshold as you are now deep in the lands of winter, and you see under a sky lit by Aurora Borealis a battlefield that seems to stretch endlessly in front of you. Fae of many strange kinds, many of which you don't recognize, although there are things that look like something that evolved later on into she in plentitude, because like those fuckers have been around forever.
any like banners or colors we recognize?
There are banners, yes. Most of them are of houses you don't necessarily recall. Who has politics dots actually? This can be a high difficulty intelligence politics.
Yeah, I have politics.
We'll call it a difficulty of 8.
I do have politics actually. One single
I've-
dot.
2 dots.
I know that Bacon has plenty as well.
Yep. Yes. Yeah, intelligence politics.
Yes.
Right.
At 8.
6 at 8.
Okay. So, Lady Marinette botches. So, she thinks that one particular group is like that must be the banner of her adopted house. So, she's going to investigate and take a look at her history. Lady Alejandra, you can recognize banners that various people like, and these are different banners on the same field that have various people have claimed like, no, this is the original banner of the Sealy court or the Unsealy court, like things like that. Like you have a vague idea that yeah, no, people think that these are like court banners from back in the day. And Jean-Jacques, most of these banners are unknown to you because these are, how do I put this, and this is so distracting when you're looking elsewhere, but
It's fake.
it's like these are not from the current day houses for the most part. But you've made a study of these things. You've met a lot of people and talked with a lot of people while they were resting between rounds. And you recognize many of the banners here as being from the houses that are believed to still be in Arcadia. The ones that didn't get thrown out in defeat and failure from the true homeland. Perhaps the current day banners are, or like the current day house banners are on this field as well. They might just be smaller sections, but the big ones, the ones that are immediately recognizable, a lot of those are the ones who, if there was a winner to this war, were the winners and currently still rule in Arcadia.
Just looking at it tells the others those banners, they are from the houses that remain in Arcadia.
Oh. Must be old. Very old.
Or it means we're close to Arcadia.
When you say
Where-
Arcadia
where-
again, it just sort of echoes like this place recognizes the name and it's filled with awe, hatred, love, fear, like all the emotions of the rainbow.
We are getting deeper. We are approaching the Winter Court, so maybe.
Lady
Might not be the
Aleandra.
past, it might be the present.
Lady Aleandra. Intelligence remembrance.
Okay, let me just check how much remembrance I got. 2. Nothing. I don't remember. Sorry.
Okay, you don't remember. You proceed deeper, heading in the direction you think the Court of Winter will be, the direction where the aurora is flowing from across the night sky. And it is a surprise to you when, not far from each other, you find 2 figures. One, a female one, which seems to still twitch and try to reach towards you, impaled on a spear, who wears a face very similar to Lady Aleandra's. Some ghost or echo of long ago that's just almost like scrambling to reach her with a look of panic on its eyes. And Lord Kadeen, filled with arrows, a figure with the face of a boar and eyes which you see in the mirror every day, kneeling on the ground, half upright, almost as if it's paused in mid-battle, exhausted, but trying to get back up again.
What a hero. What a goddamn hero. Well, I think I'm going nuts. I think just do it. Looks like the strange appearance I've taken on recently.
When you turn back to the figure and lock eyes with it again, its face slowly turns upwards towards you, with that vibe that you might get in Dark Souls, and it dissolves and flows into you.
Ah, fuck.
For a moment, you feel just pure despair, because all your strength, all your effort was not enough to save the court you call home. Lady Aleandra, something similar happens to you, and it's bitterness and disappointment. Disappointment because you can see the enemy routing. The battle is won, and it seems really, really unfair that you got so close to it being over.
Hmm. What can do better next time.
With this, you can see that the figures on the ground in various poses of defeat and destruction start twitching and reaching towards you. Not in a zombie-esque way, but more like echoes and ghosts reaching out to touch something living or communicate with you.
Speaking of which, shall I do that?
Now you can
Go ahead,
activate your thing if you want.
Let's see if they're trying to warn us of anything.
It's just
Okay? You activate it and you hear the whispers. Why isn't it over? End it. The war must end.
It will end soon.
Free us.
What fell you?
Sorry? Didn't quite catch that.
What felled you?
Treachery. Foolish oaths. Loyalty. Madness. Vengeance. Ambition.
Who?
Everyone. The lords and ladies of the Fae.
Be at ease. We will be victorious and seal a new fate for everyone.
Stop. No. Not that way. That's what they all said. Marinette meanwhile was like, nah, it's fine, we can continue. We're on the right track.
They're just scrubs.
Okay. I want everyone who does not have a superpower for safely communicating with ghosts and has it active, willpower or banality roll not to get more nightmares. 1,000 voices clamor for attention to warn you away and force you to turn back. Okay, you are fine. You proceed through the ruins of the War of Seasons and the absolute brutal slaughter of the Fae and the illustrated explanation of just how many oaths were broken and how much trust was destroyed, wounding the dreaming as a result during that. Until eventually you reach the edge of the battlefield and the walls of the castle you saw from afar.
Yes, this is it.
Finally.
The walls themselves seem to have like almost like liquid light flowing over them, the aurora borealis, gathering and glimmering in the doorways and the windows which stand empty. It's like it's lit by an aura of this ghostly greenish glow waiting for you. Standing in the gates, which are wide open, stands your old friend. Waiting for you to approach.
I wonder if you get ever tired of this.
He swore an oath just like you. Neither of you has a choice.
Oh yeah, does he have a new sword?
Of course. He seems to have strapped a second one on the other side. Just to be sure this time.
That means he has a sword for 2 turns.
He has not drawn a weapon, however. He's just waiting.
Well, shall we approach?
Not much choice anymore.
Oh. Actually, is there anything salvageable on the battlefield?
Do you want to go digging through the corpses, stirring up ghosts?
Well, I mean, in a way. Like, I'm not wearing any armor anymore. I kinda went kaboom.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception investigation. And give me another... Actually, no, I'm just gonna give you a nightmare point for digging through the dead. They grow stronger when you pay attention to them and interact with them.
I see. And what's the other thing? Like perception investigation or whatever?
Yes, perception investigation. I just told to myself internally that I would give you a sheet plate if you got all 3 successes. So you find an intact set of armor that can be salvaged and fit you.
God bless.
Based.
Very based.
And when you look down, you see that by some measure of luck, under this smaller banner, it is actually an old version of your house crest.
You know, like a single mandate tear rolls down Kadin's cheek.
We
It
were
says,
here. A whole 3 knights and 4 squires were here. We fought.
It's beautiful. I'll do this crest honor. And you know, like a slight whisper for House Baylor.
The armor almost seems to wrap around you like it's supposed to, like a second skin, like it approves of you. Like a warm hug.
Very nice.
Is that another scene, by the way?
Yeah, no, you 100% by the time you reach this are able to use your magic again.
Good.
So, you walk towards the figure. He makes no aggressive move. Just waits. I ask you again, for the third time, why are you here? What do you seek? Answer me, honestly and fully.
We came to claim the crown of winter.
He looks at the rest of you.
And not.
Yeah. True.
This is not a false statement.
He sighs. Seems to be deep in thought. Would you like to provide some sort of argument for him not fighting you to the death? This is your chance to try and reason with him.
We'll use this crown to bring we bound by oath to bring it to the court. We just want to, but we seek to bring we seek to bring the spirit of the crown with it as well.
On a quest with you ever more connected to winter, and we see that it's time for winter to return.
Is that how you all feel?
Yes.
Yes.
Look at us.
Mm. Really, they should have told him as we had 3 good runs, friend. This time you're not gonna get away.
Okay. Everyone make a charisma leadership roll. Let's see how well you do as a group. Lady Ellen is like, yeah, I guess we could bring Eternal Winter or something.
I thought you were showing the balance of the seasons, guys.
I will be spending my last PowerPoint as a state. Either we succeed here or it's failure and death. So
Failure is
As
not an
well.
option.
Yeah, it really
Three.
isn't. It really fucking isn't. Yeah. I think the last PowerPoint is like the one bullet you save for yourself.
No,
And
I still
yeah,
have 6 of those.
and yeah, it's time to spend it.
And Lady Marinette. Charisma plus leadership, which to you comes to 3 dice, I believe.
And I think I got increased difficulty to 8.
Because of your thing, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to spend willpower on this?
Sure.
Well, saying it after you roll, don't
Yeah.
hit the save.
No. Sure. Right. Wasn't gonna win anyway.
Okay.
It's a fail anyway.
Oh, it's a botch. Okay. He looks at all of you. The crown must never be worn by someone unworthy. But all of you have forced me to retreat 3 times now. It would be difficult to call you unworthy. However, he turns to Marinette. That one I cannot allow to pass. It will betray the cause. So you have a decision to make. I will tell you where the Queen took the crown and guide you as far as my domain permits. But she must not leave here alive.
Technically, Teot says we swear not to inflict harm on each other
Yeah, but
unless
you're
the
gonna.
fulfillment of,
You're gonna.
unless the fulfillment of this quest requires it.
He is
Just-
an
Right.
old fae. He will hold to the letter of his word, right? At least as far as you know.
I mean, would it be allowed to ask Marinette to kill herself for the cause?
I mean, you can always ask. Listen, Marinette, you had a good run. You even got to cosplay a noble for a little bit. It's time to pay the price.
Also, it
Wow.
also said leave this place alive. It just means that, well, Marinette do want to live on this castle for a while.
Yeah, that's actually also true. Just make it a lady of this castle. It's gonna live here. Become a lost one.
You know, the Fae actually smiles at this as you immediately find an implicit loophole in what he said. Just not. Yeah, indeed, they are worthy. He just holds out a hand to you, Lady Marinette. If you would, I will show you to your rooms, my new bride.
At least
That
the
would-
unicorn doesn't have to be here to witness this, because he was already shattered.
I'm tempted because this would piss off a lot of people. I mean,
And
Crown Prince, like, when did he leave Marinette? We even made her noble.
As
Oh,
you
yes, you
are-
married
as you are
the
all
guy.
considering this, you feel a wave of fey magic of some powerful unleashing wash over you, and the prince's voice ring around you. What the fuck are you doing? Stop it right fucking now! Whatever it is, and get back here! You are done! Whatever it is you have planned, this stops now! As
He's releasing us
he
from
has
our-
finally noticed that something is wrong with the omens of this mission.
I don't know, I guess the rulers of Neutral releases of the South.
He did not say you're released, he said that you need to get back.
no, he said that we're done.
You can, actually, you can choose to interpret it that way if you want. The dreaming might back you on it. It's a question if you want to roll the dice that the dreaming is gonna be like, yeah, no, that's reasonable.
Okay, I'll say thank you, my lord. I will now follow a higher calling. Thank you for releasing us from our own.
Thank you. Thank you for releasing us out from me as well.
Yes.
freedom,
Justice.
to a sense.
It was a great quest. We are almost succeeding it, but I see it. I'm happy that we don't need. We are free of it, and we can follow in our own path now.
Okay, well, that unleashing was to carry his will to you, so it's not an open phone line.
Yes, but we just need to
But
state
yeah,
for
no,
the dream.
yeah, you stated the response might or might not have reached him. He might or might not be going to like, my love, I might have made a small oopsie. We need to ready the troops for war.
You know, could happen to anyone, really.
You know that Christmas party, the one we were gonna make the best ever? So I was working on that!
Oh my god, I know what he's doing. He's gonna wage war on Christmas. We must stop him. We must save Christmas.
Saving Christmas already, no worries.
Well, with Theo to bring back the crown over. Do we still get it, right?
Yes, we still get it. We
Uh,
must. Well, we can still decide what to do with it. But
I
I think we all
suggest
know our
not
true
battling
calling.
for supremacy until you have the crown in hand. After all, only one head can wear it.
not it.
Now, let's wait until we find it.
Yeah. So, well, I'm happy as long as our purpose gets fulfilled.
Right, yeah, let's go find it.
He holds out a hand to Lady Marinette, expecting you to place yours in his.
Marinette does. Let us go.
And he starts leading leading you into the castle. He will start by showing you your new forever home. And after that, he is gonna tell you that when the castle was being attacked, the queen left him orders to secure the castle as soon as it was possible, without him getting killed by the invading army, and that she would return when the time was right. And she departed into the mountains to escape the advancing armies and gather supporters in order to, she was gonna pull a Steiner's counterattack.
You're telling me she didn't succeed?
No, she never came back. But he will show you the path she took and, lead you into the mountains. To, like, the bridge that's at the backside of the castle leading over a gorge, and he's gonna tell you that, like, the area he's protecting ends in the middle of that bridge, so he will not be going further than that. And that your friend is now part of this realm, and she will not be leaving it either.
Well, don't worry, Marinette. When we get the crown and have a new ruler of winter, we'll bring both of you back with us.
Indeed.
Well then, we'll see each other soon. Hopefully
I
it
will
won't
not
be.
wish you luck. That is not our way. May you prove your worth.
We will. We will. Yeah, I guess it's time to move then to the final place.
So it is, as you climb into the mountains and eventually reach a misty valley high up. The ground is covered with, it's like a swampy area. Like swamp moss, like it's not actually like open water, but like all the ground is heavily overgrown. And
Makes
somewhere up here you can sense it is near. It's like a slow pulse that swells and falls away, swells and falls away. It's like that feeling of like winter sun and refreshing cold, like a bright morning that just wakes you up about 5 seconds before it frees you to the bone and you're miserable, but it's that bright feeling before that happens. You're so close.
Should move fast before it frees us, but I guess that's a good sign.
Marinette, meanwhile, he shows you the balefire. A thing of utter blackness where, like the photo negatives you get in complete dark in your eyes, you can see the faint glimmer of stars, as if in the winter sky, appearing and disappearing in the flames.
It's beautiful.
How do you proceed to find the crown? It is somewhere here.
The song, like the crown sings to us. Just need to follow it.
You can all roll perception kenning if that is how you wish to go about it.
Actually, wait, I'm too retarded. I have no special power for it. Jeez. But yeah, let's see. How does this work again?
You summon it, you target the crown, and it creates a like a will-o-wisp that yeets off towards it, and you follow it.
Actually, I don't have like any like prop or anything.
It's Fey. It's an artifact of glamour.
Okay, well, in that case, let's go, I suppose.
You have Fey 3. It's not a chimera. It would be a piece of magic, so you'd have to fake 2 levels, so you're gonna have to burn some draws.
Yeah, okay, let's burn some draws. That's fine. This is important enough, I think. Probably, anyways.
Literally one of the last rolls, except for the one where you roll to resist possession by the spirit of the queen, right?
I mean, do you really want to, resist that? Is it really the way to do it?
This is effectively the deep dreaming at this point, so I think it might be reduced even further. Deep dreaming. So yeah, all you're feeling like past life memories coming back. Jean-Jacques is screaming internally at his past self, "No, do not enlist! Do not enlist!" Lord Kadeen is remembering being... I'm gonna say that you are a changeling child, because you seem the type.
Wow.
You remember being adopted in the court, being raised as a soldier of winter, being inducted into a minor noble house. Actually, no, we didn't say you were House Baylor originally, so... No, you were the squire to like a proper knight, a respected member of the community. You were a second-class citizen, but you were making something of yourself when the war came. And Lady Elandra is just remembering atrocity after atrocity, because she wasn't like a completely young Fae when this happened, and the war had been escalating for a while. This was just the last act, where all sides had resorted to indiscriminate use of cold iron. And frankly, you two are lucky you got to be reborn, really.
It's because you were truly wealthy.
It's true. It's all we're building up to this.
But deep dreaming, general mechanics. Bunks. Are you using a bunk?
Well, yeah, of course I will. Let's, I think, how to best do this. Honestly, I'm gonna just, like, grab a Like, is anything around like ice or like anything related to winter?
There's a little bit of frost from, caught between the moss, so you can grab that. But the ground is pretty bare other than the vegetation. Like there's very
Oh,
little snow.
I'll grab the frost and whisper to it before it melts to lead us to the center of power, the crown of winter.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. What? Let's see. It does not say that the normal cantrip difficulty goes down, so it's still a base of 7. However, bunks actually, since they are bringing order to fairy magic in the deep dreaming, that is a negative. So this might have extra effects or lesser effects or changed effects based on the bunk. So you're rolling at 7.
Face my affinity.
6.
Wow.
Wow. And it's all nightmare dice. Well,
No. It isn't.
you converted, you have your first imbalance.
Yes.
How much willpower do you have?
4.
But it's all spent. So
Yes.
your current willpower is less than your nightmare level, so you are once again a soldier of winter. Something mortal world, they've multiplied, they have like new toys. Doesn't matter, they will fall to fey magic. Like currently, you are fully in your past life / crazy fey self, like you are completely out of touch with reality. The ice explodes out of your hand in every direction, and you see it briefly reach out and coat the mountain peaks around you, and then immediately melt, just for a moment reflecting it like a flash of light. And you get the feeling that you said it. One of the things you told it to do was lead you to the center of power. This is the center of power for winter. It's not the crown, but this is where winter is strongest. This land, this place. All 3 of you, roll perception kenning, if you will.
Right.
Okay.
Again, I have intuitive. If it matters.
And Lady Alejandra does not have a specialty.
Yep.
If you were gonna beat out Nyaxi anyway, I would give it to you, probably. But it's a stretch to apply intuitive to this, I think. So, Lady Alejandra, as you fan out and you all try and sense where it is, you see, as you go around one of the trees, a skeleton in armor and low flowing skirt, just leaned up against the tree as if exhausted. You look further on, you see maybe a dozen other skeletons surrounding this one. Whatever happened here, this is where it ended. And that skeleton, still on its head, has the crown, waiting, slowly pulsing with a cold white light.
I go closer to see if it's, to make sure that it's the crown.
You can feel its power. It's definitely the crown.
I guess I'll go to pick it up as I call out to the others that I think I found it.
fingers brush up against it and gently lift it from the brow of the skeleton. And you can feel the resonance in it, with something broken and wounded deep inside the dreaming. This crown holds several oaths that are still unfulfilled and applicable. And those oaths would need to either be rendered like void or fulfilled, or at least taken up by someone, in order for that wound to be healed. This
Makes
is
sense.
a treasure of the dreaming's heart. It is an item so powerful it will exist in its true form in any world, including the autumn one. And anyone who wears it, even if they're not claiming the oaths, will A. risk nightmare, and B. have access to all 5 levels of winter.
Risk nightmare, huh?
I whispered to it, it's okay, we're gonna make it all better again.
The crown whispers that there must always be a Lich Queen. The others approach. John Jax, who was closer first, and then behind him Lord Kadeen. You see Lady Aleandra emerge from behind one of the trees, holding in her hands the crown. A simple circlet, which has those fang-like teeth to it, which seems to shimmer from inside with a cold white light, like the clearest winter day.
Have
Finally.
it.
How long search is at an end?
For House Baylor stab.
Now we must decide who wants to take this burden.
Yeah, it says there's much to do, the dreaming is hurting. There's so many oaths that go unfulfilled now.
You can, if you wish, delve into it and learn what the 3 oaths bound to it are, in exchange for taking Nightmare.
Sure, I will dive into it.
So, the first oath is the Oath of Iron. It is an oath to deal death by cold iron to changelings, to feed iron with changeling blood, in exchange gaining service from iron. The second is the Oath of War, to wage the War of Seasons until the other courts are vanquished. And then the third is the Oath of Vengeance, to cover the land in frost from the Rhine to Vistula, destroying all mortals who live there in repayment for their betrayals.
Well, we can void the first. The second one is actually complete. There's no more courts, no more seasons. And I guess we have to do the third.
Waging the War of Seasons, like, technically, the courts got united into 2 camps and called a truce. There has been no peace treaty, no court is on top. The Celian and Celi are technically still at war, it's just a temporary ceasefire that's turned into like a semi-permanent one. But nothing was ever truly settled.
Yeah, but there's no more separate courts. Like, when they united, the war is over. The war of winter against summer, autumn, and spring.
The Crown does not think that the War of Seasons is over. Neither does the Dreaming.
Okay, I tried.
Or that they're wrong.
And as for the Oath of Iron, well, you would have to renegotiate a cessation of the oath with the Spirit of Iron. Now, if you were heavily in the civilization side of things, you would have an easier time trying to renegotiate these oaths or saying they're null and void. But from what I recall, you're significantly leaning in favor of savagery and the old ways.
Let's have a look.
You're at a
Okay.
minus
Or a
4.
-4.
-4.
So you have a noticeable leaning in the wrong direction.
No, I think you mean the right direction.
In order to claim the crown, effectively, it's like, you know, when one nation turns into another, right? It's like whether you're the successor state of that and take on their legal obligations and rights. If you claim the crown of winter, you can gain the rights of the rulers of winter, but you have to take on their obligations.
How about we turn Europe in a cold, dark, black forest, just the entire subcontinent?
Well, you can do that anyway. Like, I don't see what the problem is.
It's
Yeah.
true.
That's the plan, right? We make greater France in the forests.
Great.
You just can't cross the Rhine because everything on the other side of that's supposed to be dead.
Well, the Rhine is the French natural border anyways.
But yes, that is the cost and the benefits of wearing the crown. And the oaths tied to it are a large part of what gives it its power and its authority. Because oaths are power in Dark Ages Fae. So you even if you could shatter them easily, that also means giving up a fuck ton of power. It would still be a unique treasure and bring you fame and glory. But you would be giving up a lot of the old power that could still be reclaimed using this.
Well,
and imagine
can we
for
at
the
least-
coming war, being able to make wards out of cold iron and enchant cold iron. I mean, that would be pretty sweet.
really would be. But I think, does this oath fight the 4 seasons entail, starting right away?
Well, what do you mean?
You know, do we need? Would we need to go and get on the War of Seasons as soon as possible, or would we have some leeway essentially
You
to
would have some leeway,
to-
but you would have to be working towards it, even if it's just planning, making contacts, etc., right? And you claiming the crown, it's like Frodo putting on the ring, right? Those who need to know will know, they'll feel it, because it'll be a shift in the supernatural balance of power. You might not be declaring it politically, but to the dreaming you will be declaring, I am the king or queen of winter. It's fucking on. And of course, you have the unseelie fucks, so a quarter of those are immediately gonna just join you anyway. Bunch of people are gonna go back and forth, maybe it's not that bad, they're not that popular yet, and so I don't want another war, and it's but what about finding a way back to Arcadia? And meanwhile, Winter's yes, Arcadia, the final enemy. We will storm those shining walls.
So yeah.
Meanwhile, in Arcadia, my king, there has been a troubling development in the Autumn world. Our old enemy.
It's hold up, what? But yeah, I would really like to, mess with the oath to wage a war of seasons, right? To give us more. Well,
You like the way it works. Like Fae do not work on mortal timelines. You can be committed to waging the war of seasons, and you can spend 100 years in the build-up phase. You don't have to be suicidal about it. You just need to be aimed at eventually winning it, right? Like you have to be committed to the cause.
yeah, I get that.
Yeah, the only of the oaths that really bothers me a bit is the one we have to do for the iron.
Yeah, the way this, like, you can see why Winter failed, right? Like, they painted themselves in a corner of, like, being complete psychopaths.
So you think we should change that to something else, if we can?
But we'll need the souls of ions for those forces of summer are too strong.
The others seem to be dithering, falling short of what they are meant to be. Lady Alejandra, you could claim the crown. It would serve you if you accepted the oaths. All you need to do is place it on your head. The land itself would rise up and help you overthrow them.
We need to negotiate the one of iron. Because if you want to sacrifice, like, actually out of character, when it says sacrifice changelings.
Like, you need to kill and keep killing with cold iron, right?
Okay.
Like, when you go out to kill changelings, it's... Okay. Think of iron like a werewolf that wants to kill vampires and is aligning with some asshole they don't like. Think of them as Red Talon aligning with other werewolves, right? As long as the leech blood keeps flowing, they're gonna stay on your side. But if they're not getting their fair share of murder, they're gonna go like, no, fuck you, I'm done with this. Like, I'm not getting what I wanted. Like, you need to be satisfying the iron's thirst for changeling blood. If you do that, iron will serve you.
It's not that bad. And the consequences is iron stop serving us. So when we are done, we just stop killing.
That would count as a broken oath, though. Like, once you, like, iron will, the natural endpoint of this is when all your opposition is dead. So, like, once you start murdering, like, you are gonna be seen as psycho murderers because you're gonna be using a lot of cold iron. And, like, iron will start turning on you and, like, you're gonna get the effects of broken oaths if essentially you hold back on the soul murder of other changelings.
It seems retarded.
But like, yes, that's the thing, like, once you start using cold iron, the political fallout is so bad that at that point you might as well keep going. Once everyone knows that you're using it, so like...
Yes, it's different times, we are so few. We shouldn't go for the all-out cold iron route.
Yes, especially since Arcadia is still beyond our reach. We might wage a war here in the autumn world, or not here, but and then lose on the...
weak. They do not have the will to do what must be done. They have failed at the very end of the path. It's up to you now.
And how do you negotiate with iron?
The Ancient Fae somehow managed it. You have no fucking clue.
Fuck. We have that, Junjax wouldn't know. Yeah, sorry, can't help. Out of character, tip. We know some werewolves, they can talk with spirits.
That's true.
But I mean, we can renegotiate oaths at any point, right?
As long as all sides agree, sure. But you need to gather everyone who's involved in that. And you don't know what fealties iron owes to the mortals, to the other supernaturals, and who else might have a claim on, like, like Jesus says, I don't consent, fuck you, Like maybe they made an oath with mortal mages, like with the House of Hermes, to bar all, Fae from interfering with the mortal world in order to, protect mortals.
It's okay, we can just renegotiate with Iron after we leveled everything beyond the Ryle.
I mean, you can use Iron for now and later on be like, okay, like, it's at an end, all the commoners are dead.
Yeah, but isn't like a big issue on this? That like what do you if someone else made like a pact with Iron, right? Why would it affect this pact in Iron in particular?
If Iron made some oath of service that this would interfere with, like, let's say they, I don't know, like, swore fealty to some extent to some other group, right? Because Iron is primarily the servant of, like, mortals. If that is some kind of formal oath that was sanctified in ages past, like, from now on, Iron will serve you and aid you in taming this world. If the world is in the shape of the face trying to get decidedly untamed, or like, okay, let's say you're trying to make a pact with someone else's vassal lord, right? You need the consent of their liege. So there might be some sort of fuckery involved. Like, you don't know what happened in the 1,000+ years since this oath was originally arranged with Iron.
Okay, but what if you just get someone from the mortal side to approve of this?
You don't know how much authority they need and who sanctified the pact. Like, you could have...
I mean, we get the Security Council of the UN to sanctify our changes as part of the peace treaty after we level everything beyond the Rhine.
That could work, but like, keep in mind, like, out of character, the last 1,000 years saw the rise of technocracy. You don't know that the technocrats haven't, enacted some sort of program that was imprinted upon the spirit of Iron to create a resonance/cooperation thing to, make Iron serve their needs and be resistant to the influence of other supernaturals. So, like, while this oath might be grandfathered in, it might be a choice between this and, like, no oath at all with Iron, right? And you don't know that, like, breaking this pact won't make it worse. Because right now, Iron fucks up changelings. But how do you know that it wouldn't be fucking them up worse if at least the potential of changelings using it to kill other changelings didn't exist? Like, it could be, like, project its negative effects far further and be far more poisonous, rendering the Autumn world a lot more difficult to exist in.
And doesn't that like all imply that there were like Fae present and involved in some capacity in whatever other oaths that would have been made?
Not necessarily.
Like someone,
Mages and werewolves could make pacts with spirits.
Well, yes. Whatever.
But I guess at this point we are moving into epilogue territory anyway for quite a bit. So I guess the first question is, how do you want to proceed with the crown? Do you want to try and claim it? Do you want to try and renegotiate the oaths? And at what point and to what extent?
We can just use the iron on all of the non-winter changelings. And we make new changelings from humans in the dreaming.
And any changelings that swear and bond to winter, like, that's a victory. Like, they changed sides. You accepted it. You need to swear fealty to winter to save yourself from what I'm gonna do to you if you don't swear fealty to winter.
That's true.
Yes. Yeah, if thinking about it, it will be really hard to renegotiate. And we need to keep the oaths. They are ancient, they are cool.
Alright, let's make it a vote then. Who is in favor of renegotiating and who is going to be in
The amount
favor
of votes everyone gets is the amount of dice in their highest combat roll.
What the fuck? What the fuck, Chris? No, like just pick it hindsight, like who's in favor of renegotiating, who's in favor of keeping it the same, and then abstain. Like just write it in chat, I guess. All right, I think that's a pretty clear picture.
Well. Look like House Baylor is the weak one here.
So, how does this happen? Kadeen is like, I don't know about these outs, they seem kind of fucky, we should negotiate, while Jan Jax is like, not it, and Lady Alandra just slowly raises the crown.
It's gonna be okay. We can renegotiate once we have killed all of the enemies.
All right. Fine. I guess that's settled then. So who will take on the burden? Who will be the spearhead of the new Court of Winter?
Jax just look around, sees the skeleton of the last queen. I don't think I'm able. Winter would need to change a lot for me to be its leader. I'm a manipulator and a talker, not a warrior. I think it's up to the two of you.
Well,
But if the position of Prime Minister is available, I would love to take it.
Oof. I remember the damage we've done here, and I think there's a debt to be repaid, so I would be willing to take on the responsibilities.
Keep in mind, Lord Kadeen, you are currently in the mindset of a loyal servant of Winter. You've been conditioned to serve on the battlefield.
Yeah, I mean that I am. Like Kadeen is not exactly the best leadership material, and he knows it. He just knows he can do like interim stuff, right? But fine. Let's commemorate this with an oath. Then I'm willing to pass on the crown, and then we do like a pact between each other.
It's okay, you can be crown prince. Kadeen.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay, so as the new Queen of Winter is crowned, Marinette watches from the castle walls as night fades and a bright winter day, cold and sharp, dawns across the land. And in the mortal world, the occasional weak snowfall. In the middle of summer, at the end of June, turns into a howling blizzard. And somewhere across the ocean, a Fey king who has been lost for decades feels the need to make his way back at long last and claim Caliburn because there is a war to be fought. Okay, so this is almost a perfect moment to end. I'm gonna say that freshly crowned, at the ready, those who know sense your power and are already gathering to you. You return to France at the head of a good 50 to 100 Fae that have come from all over. Now that they sense that the peace they never truly wanted is about to be broken. What do you do when you return home?
You know, the old Germany still exists. It was never a real peace treaty. Just kidding, just kidding. That was just what it reminded me of.
We clearly need to do the same. Draw in the forces, and potential allies. Baylor has been preparing for a war for a long time.
Hey,
Yeah, let's
so-
tell the monarchs to bend the knee, or they're gonna be put to cold iron.
Okay. So, the cold iron serves you and your servants. You are able to enter the court. The cold iron quiets its aura. It is not detectable in the normal way to the guards. And during your welcome back, where they think that they will judge you and your new followers, your followers fall upon the guards surrounding them with cold iron and put the prince consort and the queen on their knees in front of you and demand that they swear fealty. Being the dramatic cunts that they have always been, they bravely declare that they will never serve you and promptly get their throats cut.
No, they don't get their throats cut. Jean-Jacques smiles as he finally brings it. The thing he had made all along. It was ready in a corner, hidden. He
So
brings
you
the
will
guillotine.
The blade has of course been replaced with cold iron to make it final. Jean-Jacques does the ceremonies. As the royal pair scream that they've changed their minds and no, not like this. No, please, they'll serve. But it is too late. They are removed. You have claimed Neustria. The She nobility are being hunted across the land, those who will not come under the banners of winter. And as we wrap up, our heroes, villains, dumbasses, I don't know what to call them at this point, receive news from Concordia that King David, has returned and has declared war upon them for the good of all Fae. Meanwhile, in the mortal world, the climate scientists are going like, we never thought it could be this quick and this bad, but we warned you, a new ice age is starting, you dumb fucks, we're all dead, why wouldn't you listen?
I guess global warming was fake, huh?
And to be fair, they did warn about global cooling in the 70s, I think.
Yes.
Some sort of collapse of atmospheric conditions that leads to a rapid drop in temperatures. It's like a global warming pushed things so far out of balance that something broke and swung the other way. Of course, on one hand, you are gonna be at war with everyone, and I do mean everyone, because werewolves think that the apocalypse have come, and frankly, the technocracy has been preparing for shit like this forever, so they're enacting all the emergency protocols as well. On the other hand, you have access to primordial magics that come from a time before Fey magic was effectively neutered.
Well, I guess it's just the consequences of bringing back the French Empire. Everyone tries to stop France, but France is unstoppable. And this time, the Russian winter is not our enemy.
You think winter is your ally, Ivan. You merely adopted the winter. Okay, and I think that's where we will wrap up. So, a question and answer section. is there anything that happened that you want to know more about, or any questions about what was going on in the background, or things you didn't get to explore that you want to know about?
Stuttgart. What the fuck happened? What the fuck was going on in there?
It's simple. It's cold iron lampposts with Tremere blood magic sigils to repel the Fae, because the commoners have been fucking with them in way in the past. So that is like a big enough city that the Tremere secured it properly to project like a repellent aura across at least the old city. Like towards the edges, Fae can exist okay-ish, because like the city has spread out over time, but
Yeah.
But like the historical center, it's literally blood magic used to amplify the effects of cold iron to fuck up your day so you don't go and mess with their shit.
Wait, Cold Iron or Servant?
Yeah, no, like you can at this point, like the aura doesn't fuck with you as much, and you can go in there and unravel the charms and just like tell the Tremere while sitting in that chair, like, so you thought you could keep us out. About that.
And they're all red caps, they can just bend the knee your idol.
Arguably true.
I mean, you can certainly encourage local vampires to bend the knee.
No, in Vienna, like, oh yeah, your red cap magic is most impressive. Not Jumia.
Yeah. Prince Liam, like Prince Alejandro, the Liam of Aragon will bend the knee to you in exchange for helping make him King of Aragon.
He's not very principled, is he?
Listen, do you want the claimant or not?
No, he's fine. He can
He's
The
fine,
most
yeah.
noble
He's fine.
leader.
Also a question, man. Where the fuck did what's his face again? You know that asshole with the stone armor. Where did he get it from?
It was a noble of your house that got shanked because the commoners decided that he was a problem.
No, so it's like an.
No, it
I
was
guess
like
like
actually legitimately stolen. Like he wouldn't have killed him on his own, but like, you know. You're not the first noble group that shows up here, and not all of them survive.
I see. So
Like-
one is just trigger happy.
It was closer to the war when the Arcadian she returned. So like things were less calm back then.
Understandable.
Now I shall do the important question. What was the correct path? Like, what should we have researched to make our journey easier? Which clearly
the
we
sound
didn't
of
need.
bells was gonna increase one set of rolls for the Fae, right? The sound of bells would have increased the difficulty of all magic rolls that he made by 2, and scolding him like he was a child would have increased the difficulty of all normal rolls he was making, and either one of those would have disabled his regeneration and his supernatural protection. Didn't even have to be the church bell, just bells in general.
What would have happened if you used the church bell?
No, it would have still worked.
No, so no special effect.
It would have worked on other things too. I would have given you that. Like, it would have helped repel the forest and the like. And in terms of trying to find a social solution, it would have been easier if you had actually translated the old stone, read the inscription on the arch. It would have been easier to, like, communicate with him, rather than having to fight him until, in order to get him to even, talk to you. And triggering him by claiming that he was, some type of mortal. Because that was an insult. You essentially said that he was human.
In the way he
Worse,
is.
I thought he was German. It's worse than being human.
Shut the fuck up.
Other questions?
But by brute forcing it, you did avoid the possibility of the Minder Motley with Linus or Prince Alejandro with his pets catching up, because the moment you actually opened the path, like they sensed it and were trying to find a way in, unleashing it and just carving a path. So you dodged like additional problems that way while taking on additional problems with the Guardians there. Like you
So how long?
Yeah, go ahead.
How long would have the invasion would have taken then on us?
Like Helen wouldn't have personally gotten involved, because like these three are the informal community leaders who sort of make sure that everyone is okay and keep an eye on potential trouble. So like Helen, unless you took a fuck ton of time, probably wouldn't have gotten involved anyway. Because like the time frame for her getting off her ass would have been longer than them. But yeah, originally the way I figured it is like you would figure out a way to deal with the Guardian by studying the lore, and like he would die with a wet whimper, and then you would have to deal with like modern changelings who want to find the crown or stop you from having it.
Well, warriors don't read books. What else can I say?
Yeah. But yeah, no, but that's normal. Like I always adjust my campaigns, emphasizing points that players interact with and de-emphasizing ones that nobody gives a fuck about.
Oh yeah, what was like the original intent for us? Like, what were we actually supposed to do? Assuming we did like a bit more non-winter aligned thing.
It was always intended to be a dilemma what to do with the crown. You could have tried to destroy it. You could have tried to hand it to Neustria with the like no one must ever use this, and then they would have kept it in like a vault somewhere, and like winter would have suffered even more because like its grand symbol of authority is in the hands of essentially summer and spring. But like it was always supposed to be a choice. Do we use this? To what extent? Do we use the oaths? I intended there to be the possibility of using it for the powers of winter without taking up the oaths, like those 5 dots of the art. If you still had to resolve a way to get it safely to Neustria and dispose of it in some way, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like it from the beginning that I was planning for the possibility of like, and that was the intended outcome, that like I know, no, you fucks, like the idea of returning winter, and it's just like nudging you, like, yeah, you could actually do this, maybe, you know, like the rulers are really stupid. They don't know what they've unleashed by sending you here.
Makes sense. What would have happened if we made the queen wear a crown, like the queen of Neustria? Maybe fucking with it first.
Depends
So,
on how you fucked with it. She wouldn't have taken up the oaths, because it would have been like, I don't need more authority. I am the queen of Neustria. Like it would have been beneath her dignity to try and resurrect a fallen court and commit such atrocities in its name.
Could we have like hidden the oaths? Like sort of suppress them.
By unleashing chicanery? In
Yes,
theory, maybe. In practice, we've seen bacon rolls, so no.
Imagine, like, she puts it on. It's like, oh fuck.
Besides, it's like a treasure. It's like a piece of the Dreaming's heart, right? It's a treasure of treasures. It doesn't want the odds to be hidden. It's offering to them like, hey, you need to take these up. Like we are in arrears on our accounts, right?
That's an interesting way to put it.
Something you could have done is if you had gone like full modern reinterpretation and reshaping of everything winter, like at least like in the +5 range, you could have taken up the crown and been like, you know, this used to be those oaths, but I will claim this in name of the Unseelie court, and we will build a new Unseelie realm in Germany with this crown, but like it'll be like a new interpretation of it, right? And just used it as a piece of the Dreaming's heart without, recognizing the ancient importance of oaths and going with a more modern approach, right? More of an oath is like a contract you enter into, and less of a universal rule that some ancestor of yours swore that you have to uphold.
Makes sense.
But, you went with the old ways, so you have the other flip side of it, right? You are able to channel like the primordial magics of the Fae, but you are also subject to those rules. So, like, you have to cover the land from the Rhine to the Vistula in frost, but you might have enough magical oomph to actually do that.
That's just as it should be.
What about the rest of you? Bacon, Dan, do you have more questions?
No, I don't think so. I just wanted to know the right path for nerds. And I'm quite satisfied how things ended up.
I'm good. This Marinette has a good, complete story now.
He even got a husband. A
Yep.
true love story.
He only had to ask.
He didn't technically ask, he declared it like a proper man.
It was
True.
love at first sight.
The land of Skyrim is harsh. People don't make much of a fuss about it here.
What about you, Nyaxi?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
Maybe what is Linus? How bad is Linus actually? Could you have fought him off?
I can share you his sheet. I will make it available to everyone. On his own, you would have beaten him. But he's not horrible, and he has like the red cap advantages and she plate. So it's actually, Oh, and he had Wayfair and Dragon's Ire, which is a true bullshit combination because Wayfair has the celerity power.
He would be
yeah,
a
pretty
good
strong.
opponent for Lord Kedding.
And if the other two, I'm gonna make Astrid and Mindheart also visible actually. They were on your level, roughly experience-wise, by the time this ended. Little behind, I think. I think I gave them 25 or 50.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah. So, like, they could have fought you and they wouldn't have done badly, but you probably would have beaten them. Like, I originally intended them to be the big end obstacle in a way, because, like,
But Meinhardt is a fucking nerd.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a nerd. And like they're built like a motley, so they have a lot of abilities that sort of complement each other. So they're
Computer 5.
The man has no wits. Like one fucking dot.
well, he's a nerd. He's like Huh? What?
But has dexterity to compensate. He's good at just writing in the keyboard.
Meinhard was the other person who had the mortal copy of the stone info. So you could have traded for that if you were socially inclined in that way.
I think social inclinations didn't matter to set after a certain point.
And honestly, the only socially apt character is the deformed coward.
I will make the mayor and Prince Liam also. Hold on, let me turn on edit for Prince Liam. Make them available so you can see these were the high experience characters. And I can also make the vampires, the apprentice and the regent available so you can have an idea of the ways they could have fucked with you. And yeah, in the new world, the regent would have been an elder. In the old world, reckoning he's probably like a strong ancilla. Of course, that doesn't matter when you just get blitzed down.
Yeah. To be fair,
Honestly, it was just a coincidence, to be honest. I wasn't expecting him to be there when I flamethrowered.
Yeah, no, but that's where he was. He's like peeking out with like obfuscate. It's like, okay, I'm picking my moment. Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Yeah, I still think it was a big gamer moment when I let the werewolf run in first into the Changeling. God bless. Yeah, what are the werewolves gonna do?
In what regard? In the chantry? They were
No,
gonna kill
like,
everything.
No, I mean like in general, like what they're gonna do now that snow is fucking falling.
Well, half of them want to help you and start a new Impergium. The other half want to stop you because you're clearly wormtated and trying to destroy the world. So
I mean,
they're of course on the edge of a civil war of tribe versus tribe.
I meant more like the ones we know.
Oh no, they're gonna turn their back on you. They're gonna aid like the, their Fae friends in Ireland, and they're gonna tell everything they fucking know.
Never trust a dog.
Yeah, never trust a dog.
And the Get of Fenris are, of course, like, we fucking told you about the Fae. This is what happens. Our tribe's oral histories tell us of the time when they were strong and what they do. We told you what the Winter She are like.
Oh. Yes, the werewolves at least should be happy that they have a thick fur to survive the winter hellhole that Germany and Poland will turn into.
I think most of them would get super fucky. I think the Red Talons might actually legitimately join you.
Based.
Very based and talon pilled.
Funnily enough, I think that the Black Spiral Dancers would almost universally oppose you. Because a Great Cleansing reset really doesn't suit them.
Yeah, and they are fucking evil. We are not. We're just winter.
No, you're a different kind of evil. Fuck you.
Rude.
It's like, we're the Camarilla, we're the good guys. No, you're not the good guys. Shut the fuck up. Even the Anarchs aren't the good guys. You're just different flavors of evil.
Yeah, vampires are all evil, but we are Fae. We are part of the natural world, and we just want to bring back balance of the Ice Age.
The balance of the Ice Age.
Oh dear. Okay, so let's go around the table, and what are your thoughts about this last session in character note and the entire campaign? Redemer.
Well, let's start with this session. I almost felt like, we're trying. Like, our character felt like, you were trying to, like, nudge us into, like, going for another session. Personally, I think, ending it with this session was the better outcome, all things considered. Because, we had a climax, and it kind of feels, it would have felt very much, like being blue-balled, I guess.
Yeah,
right
no,
here, like,
I was
just
actually...
inch away for like, sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to, like, sort of keep the pressure on in a way that, like, doesn't force you to go back, but at the same time doesn't feel like I'm just letting you win, right? Like it's just keep the tone going.
Yeah.
So, like, that was the balancing act I was trying to pull off.
And, well, in character, well, Kadina's happy. Yeah, he's happy. The quest succeeded in a way. The, parameters changed a little bit at the end, but, beggars can't be choosers. And, he thinks it did a good thing. He thinks he served his house well. He thinks he served the winter well. And, when he came here, he didn't think, winter would be that attractive.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you a secret that was my headcanon for this run of Changeling, not for Changeling in general, but for this one. There were never any Fomorians or Tuatha De Danann. It was just the old Fae and the memories of them, and how Fae have been watered down over the time. So, in a way, you did bring the Fomorians back.
Guess makes sense.
Okay, Bacon.
In character, John Jax feels fulfilled. He killed the old and oppressive monarchy, and he brought a new age with his friends of more equality, where all are suffering under the boot of winter, no matter their social status.
You know, I think
It's-
the old nobility was also like, we are oppressing you all equally, why are you complaining?
He will help to bring a new France, a great France that will go until the Rhine. Out of character, yeah, the session went well. Like, he started with a bit of tension. Honestly, I thought...
You cut out that. I assume you're telling you're worried about the wolves.
Oh, I cut out. No, I was thinking, oh fuck, we're going to die to the wolves. But that started well with tension and good ending. We had the time to just decide how we would fuck with everything. And I'm not sure if it was on purpose to sleep off "You're done" that the prince said. That was wonderful.
That wasn't on purpose, but I'm so proud of you that you got the gotcha on it. Like, he intended it like, okay, I'm exerting my authority, you will return now, but like, it's in character, right? I was speaking as him and how he would view the situation, so like 100%, like that was perfect.
Yeah, that was great. It allowed the best ending to be unlocked. Great campaign, really enjoyed that.
Okay, Nyaxi.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think Mr. Freeze was gonna make her, that we would kill her, but I guess we didn't.
The plan was to have a confrontation inside the castle where you finally kill him, but you had, like, the idea was that you can't just walk in and take the crown. You have to prove that you are worthy of it, that you are enough of a savage monster to claim it by strength. But you had already proven that, so there was no point in forcing a battle to the death for, like, no real reason. Like, it would have felt anticlimactic and a grind, I think.
Yeah, probably. If you can't kill them, join them. I guess, yeah. In character, yeah, I think it's a great thing to bring back the old ways. Fail have been, like, stuttering along, getting weaker. They really need this reinvigoration.
We shall burn
Cutting.
away all the weak Fae. We shall claim every balefire, and every balefire shall spawn a new generation of changeling Fae to take up the mantle.
Yeah, you can just make new ones, right? It's not a problem if a few don't go kaput.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. New changelings, better changelings. Changelings that have proven their worth.
And in 1,000 years,
And
when
also,
you
like-
are long gone, it's gonna be like, in the ancient days, they were the ancient Fae that spawned our kind from the ancient balefires. One day they will return to reclaim their realm, but until then...
But I mean, all of the like good guys in quotation marks that are standing against us are basically war criminals from back then, so they're just pretending to be better than us.
I mean, war criminals is such a strong term.
It's not a war crime. We don't believe in laws. We are from an ancient time.
Yeah, but their time is up.
Okay. Is that everything?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And Dan.
In character, Marinette has everything that she could want, technically.
It's okay. Eventually more Winter Fae will show up to live in the castle.
Yep, and Marinette will continue to make the Elfman the bottom, because she still sees him as lesser, because so many of those encounters, she emasculated him in a way. Sword
Okay,
goes up,
I see how
and
it
just,
is.
out of character, good times had.
Okay. Alright. Then, Redimer, since you are leaving us after this, it's your responsibility to find us a replacement.
I see.
What?
Let me call up Allied to see if he has time.
Unfortunately, Allied's references do not check out. I just consulted with myself since I ST'd him in the past, and that's a pass.
Well,
He's a new man now, and as long as you give him 400 XP and make him a mage.
it's fine.
Wow.
Yeah, unlucky, I would say. Very unlucky. Okay, I'm gonna give you like a guy named Hans. I don't know nothing about him other than well, he has a Discord account and he wrote tomato once. So well, enjoy.
Wow. Okay,
True.
but we do need to figure out how we're gonna proceed with Pathfinder, provided we even want to continue that campaign. But I know that Bacon said you want to figure out how it ends, and I don't know. We'll see, but we need to find a fourth, I think.
Yeah, makes sense.
Otherwise, it's gonna be awkward. It's just, the usual problem of trying to find someone who's not completely a waste of your fucking time on the internet.
Well, I don't really hear Chris. I think you need to take a leap of faith and recruit a rando. Or maybe even two.
Why two?
So
So
as
they
a
can
backup.
battle to the death, and we keep
No,
the one
no,
who's
no,
a
no, no.
shittier min-maxer.
No, like most people turn out are shit, so it's good to have a spare, so you're not forced to like search immediately after.
Huh. I mean, in all honesty, there is this tabletop group for players from my country. I could like get someone from here into the group so that you know, we can team up on you fuckers.
Do you really want to bring someone you know in real life to this?
No, not someone I know in real life, but someone from this country.
Oh, well, okay. I just assumed that would be someone you know.
We have nearly 2 million people in this country, okay? We don't know each other! And you keep accusing me of being racist. You're the one who made the character. An Algerian fucking immigrant who doesn't speak German.
I mean, he's an immigrant to France, so, he does speak French. He's well integrated even. He has a stable job,
Yes, and has contacts and family members in all kinds of criminal shit, like literally engaged in
Family business.
trafficking.
It's family business.
It's
all
a family business, except it's now also your business because you just paid them a fuck ton of money to traffic people from the Middle East. So I don't know how you want to pretend to be more than a fucking caricature. You racist fuck.
Wow. It was a serious character, and I think he was beautiful. I love him. Besides, you can't accuse me of being racist because it's not the first criminal character I made. I had like a lady that sold drugs, for example, to everyone that everyone she liked. That's also pretty criminal. And you don't see me. I don't see you like complaining about that being a racist.
Selling drugs to people freely engaging in the way capitalism should be, versus abducting people and feeding them to a unicorn.
Well,
Basically the same
let's
thing.
be fair, you created Unicorn.
Of course, he created the fucking unicorn. Dan had to include the fact that his character was a virgin into the background. So, of course, I had to fuck with him. Like, he even included a unicorn in his backstory, so that was practically invited.
Fuck, we forgot to ask the most important question. Was the unicorn proud at the end? Was it...
What, like, Stormageddon?
Yes.
Not very, no. He was more like, what the fuck? Oh shit, there's snow everywhere now, fuck me. Like, he was not particularly happy about it, no. Like, he was never a winter creature. He was that weird type of Unseelie that isn't actually aligned with, like, winter or autumn, per se, but just, like, the darker aspects of stuff in general. You know, he was part of the new age where we don't associate with the courts of seasons at all anymore. He's what could have been if you hadn't fucked it all up.
Very understandable.
Completely average French youth. Well, in another 10 or 20 years, if we don't reverse course, that's gotta be pretty much it, yeah.
I mean, we don't have to wait that long. I'm apolitical.
Well, he's apolitical. As long as he gets a virgin a month, he's perfectly happy. Of course, trafficking people to Germany gets a whole lot harder, what with Germany being a glacier once you're done. But it's okay. America gets a lot more land because all the water that it gets bound up in the European glacier makes the sea levels drop.
I mean,
land bridge between Asia and Australia opens up, between Alaska and Siberia, things like that.
I mean, they're gonna lose their head, to ice. Canada's probably gonna be fucked. More
A
fucked.
small price to pay.
Small price to pay, that's true.
Although, actually, North Americans are going to be mostly fine because Concordia keeps shit under control there.
So you're telling us we need to invade?
I'm telling you that that's epilogue territory, and I'm not sure you can win against Concordia and all the other Fae that will be coming for you. Like, I'm giving you, like, as a after story thing, like, yeah, you probably managed to fuck up Europe thoroughly. The thing is, like, Concordia has its own ancient symbol of Fae authority and their own, like, destined rulers, so they're kind of on equal footing. Winter Ambassador arrives like, well, technically, the truce between courts was called for the crisis of the Shattering, and we believe that that crisis has now been adequately overcome. Therefore, the truce is off. Good luck, though. You're gonna need it.
Oh god.
Okay, well, I'm gonna end the recording and the stream here, and hope you enjoyed the campaign. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.